do this at least. Get the sponsors.
Okay.
And then I think did YouTube also go live with that?
Yeah, we talked about the running backs saying, how great they're getting 6.5 some yards to carry. How about James Wick getting 7.2 yards to carry?
That's what
Really impressive. If you can get it so raw on first and second, get it to second and short right away on the ledge.
I don't know what audience.
And then hurry up and see that either takes start here.
You have the stream going?
Yeah.
Yeah, seems like we have your audio too. So.
Okay. You have it connected to the Facebook also?
He didn't say anything about connecting to Facebook. And we do it live on YouTube.
Well, I know that, but ask James about that too, because that was part of the deal.
Okay. Okay. I just thought about it. Yeah, I did.
We're back here at Wilmington High School on a picture perfect night. Temperature in the mid-50s. It is clear. We got money. By the time this one ends, I'm Brian Britzel. Chris March, Shane back in the studio producing our game. And, great crowd here tonight. They have the new lighting system here at Wilmington.
It does say.
Access lights, the track lights, if you will.
It does say black.
Yeah.
The Wilmington cheerleaders on your side, the pink shirts, and some of the other folks donning them as well. In terms of what the teams are wearing, well, Wilmington's in the navy jerseys with white numbers and letters outlined in gold.
She said highlight.
Sharpsville and traveling with white jerseys, blue numbers and letters.
He said do that again, but put that black magic.
For Sharpsville with the red
I'll just say we did, but it's not working.
the Western Six Co-op. Sharpsville falling last week at Farrell 40-21. Wilmington
It's not even
49.
coming up as an option. It's not coming up as an option.
Wilmington winning the toss and electing to receive. Wilmington will be going right to left towards the scoreboard here at Wilmington to begin tonight's game.
Yeah, she's in it right now. Picking up anything. So, I mean, for the time being, like, I have the audio levels that I started this thing, so I guess I went upstairs. This is what it's called. Yes. Dude, we should have. How would I check that?
It's just like one of those games you can just count on it every year. Both teams are going to be good.
Yeah. So like the.
We think about it, not
so the HDMI is running down from upstairs to the main camera, and that's one thing that's powered it's on. And then I have that, I like as camera one, that's red, but it's still not like showing anything on OBS.
Black magic.
Sharpsville and Wilmington square off in the regional finale.
We have a transmitter set up for wireless cam too, but that and they're both on the same channel, but they're also not working. I'm not sure.
It's going to let it bounce. It's going to trickle, and it got out of bounds or not? Yes, it did. Sharpsville dove on it right near the 10-yard line. Will Bogan and
No, it didn't say that.
18 inches, giving Sharpsville goal to
Yeah,
go.
I'm trying to figure out how to connect up these like a viewfinder, I guess, so I can see all my inputs, and it just keeps saying no sync to internet.
He's got to get blasted inside the 20, inside that 15. Very fortunate. Ball does triple out of
Wait, what did you say? You said take it off?
Elected to take the ball at the 35-yard line on ice field. Free kick for the Greyhounds. So Wilmington will have it first and 10 from the near left hash.
How do I do that?
Moving right to left here.
Yeah, I have the little one. It's the tiny one. It's like has a HDMI, like a micro USB.
Squirts to the line of scrimmage. Okay. Backs behind Pascal. Big pitch to Michael Mastretta around the right side. Mastretta up to 40. He's at 45. There's a flag behind the play. Mastretta brought down inside the Sharpsville 40 by 8 receivers, but it looks like this one's coming back. So will be a holding penalty.
I see HDMI out. Is that what I'm looking for?
About a 27-yard gain.
Okay. Give me one second here.
You just put it in the computer.
What's that? Okay, so
It will be 10 yards from the squat. Not exceed. Going to be from the squat, so Bishop Estrada will get a yard. But the referee will run. Nope. Move it back. So it will be 20. After the holding penalty against Wilmington, moving the ball back to the 25-yard line. Now it's hustle to the line. Mitchell Tree wing right. Quick pitch, same play. Out to Estrada. Right in. Estrada to the 30. Estrada to the 45. Gets back. Penalty yard. Some more.
Black Magic.
41-yard line. So even 61. Estrada's official period. Oh, you.
Yes, there is Chris Good. As soon as it was snapped, right at the snap, it was thrown.
You wonder, was Wilmington not set?
That's maybe the problem with that sprinting. Yeah, they're trying, just to
I'm plugging in this tiny cable here.
Yeah, it's right here. It's really easy.
They are apparently not set or not lined up properly or above it.
Yeah, I have the camera feed on camera 2.
Get down, snap.
Wait, hang on. So,
5-yard penalty. So instead of 2 healthy gains for Michael Estrada, gained about 40 total yards in the 2
okay, so camera 2 is live. Yeah, so that's.
Working on a 100-yard game.
Now it's going to be first and 30 as a false start will be called on Wilmington. Now it's going to be back to the 15.
Okay, wait, I'm sorry. If you said something, I didn't hear yet.
When I interviewed Coach Philly before, I said something about that was definitely a point of emphasis.
We've not had an
Yes,
official
yep.
scrimmage play. There have been 4 flags thrown. 1 for kickoff out of bounds, a hold, illegal formation, and now a false start. So not the cleanest start in the history of the sport here tonight.
Preview's black is just on camera 1, and then preview is, or program is like the live cam. Like the guy over there. I'm trying to think how would I get that to show up on OBS.
Strong safety squad, Chase Mitchell Trey missed a couple of games at midseason back in the
What's that?
7. And we finally
Yeah,
play.
I have audio levels on here on OBS.
At the 22-yard line.
You can see it. Wilmington's offense is just, it's like it's just everybody's running. Even the linemen are out there. But it has the appearance of being so fast.
2nd and 23. Double wing set. Pascal under center. 3-step drop into the right flat. Incomplete. Trying to get the Mitchell Tree. Was tied up the line of scrimmage. The defensive end, Antonio Miller. Pass falls to the turf. Incomplete. And it will be 3rd down and 23 for Wilmington. Wilmington has been very good on 3rd down this year. 49%, but they're not have many 3rd and 23.
That play, that little kind of rope play where you just gotta make a little bit of fake contact with the lineman and go out into the flat. And you're right, Mitchell Tree just kind of never got away from the defensive lineman who was supposed to block.
3rd and 23. Estrada in motion. He comes back to the left to Mitchell Tree on a counter sweep. Mitchell Tree outside. 30 minutes. Pick up a 20 on 3rd and 23. Now decision.
You know what? That's one heck of a run. Be able to put your head down, shake off the ball,
I think I have it. Okay, so they're on the back of the black magic where it says USB out. Where do I plug that other USB-C into?
Pascal was the punter. Chase Mitchell Tree's the up back. He has his hands out. He's confused, or maybe he's pretending to be confused. Pascal the punt. Jaden White deep. Now Mitchell Tree comes under center. He gets the snap. Let's go. Down to 49.
You see, USB-C cable. Is there one on that side?
Yeah, over here.
Okay. Yeah.
In the Sharpsville territory,
Yep, okay.
49. First and 10, double wing set and strutted in motion for
So I have the Black Magic
picks it up
into
straight, trying to get right there. 40, and Miller will sling him down here with 46-yard line. 13. The play that did not start out particularly well, but turns out to be another first down.
Great points by Strutted right when that ball was bouncing. He didn't panic. He didn't try to dive on the ball. He was off the play to Wilmington.
What'd you say? Sorry.
Another big play there.
Picks up 13 on the run. That's a really well done job. Back-to-back first downs for Wilmington. 10-12 to go, first quarter. Just underway. Region 1 finale with number 9, 6-2 Sharpsville at 5-2 Wilmington. Hounds had an open date.
Okay.
Late September. That's what they get 7 games. Zehetner wide left, double wing set.
Okay.
Mitchell Tree comes in
Where was that
motion,
thing
jets
that changed the camera view? Where is that? Okay. And then you said it should be the Black Magic design. Okay.
Yards in Wilmington.
Okay. Do you see that?
Arizona plays a Wilmington. First down.
Yeah, I see the no BS.
Now they started this kind of ongoing
Okay.
I think they're going to go to
Okay.
maybe.
61 yards already. I'm giving it to fullback Miller.
Yeah. From the Black Magic, I have James told me to give him a gray mic. They have it plugged into.
Double wing set was taken in motion left right. There's again on the trap to Jamie Miller. Miller will fight forward. He'll be dumped down about the 8-yard line. Jordan White. The linebacker tackle
Yeah. I think I just did because like both on things are red on here, so I'm assuming it just.
Should it be a certain like property?
Straight up the middle. Whereas I think Wilmington really feels like they have an advantage on the edge, and they have.
Gain of 4. Miller fought forward to the 7. 2nd and 6 to the 7. Quick pitch, and on the carry it's going to be Mistretta around the left end. It's going to be Mitchell Tree to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Chase Mitchell Tree. Mitchell Tree on the 8th play of the drive, his 5th carry, and Wilmington has a 6-0 lead.
Wow! Yeah, just another great play. That entire drive was just all about efficiency, and that's a great way to start this game for Wilmington.
Ryder Turbo will attempt the extra point. He is 27 of 27 on the season. Boyer will snap. Zehetner will hold. Kicking at the goalpost to the left. Snap is good. Hold us down. Turbo's kick is up. It is good. 7-0 Wilmington with the lead. 9:22 to go in the first quarter. Back after this timeout on Sports Radio 96.7.
Installation service where done in a day is a thing of the past. Experience the difference in a bathroom designed for you. Visit Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 in Marseille at construction.com. Warner's Homes and Improvements, where your bathroom is our masterpiece.
Seven 7-0 Wilmington with the lead. Ryan Briggs, Chris Birch with you. We have Art Shannon back in the studio, and a special thanks to our friends from the Lawrence County SportsNet, providing the video coverage tonight on Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook as well as YouTube. They had a couple things that didn't work before the game, but they got things ironed out, so great job, guys. They'll get a gold star. The match there, nice sweatshirts they have on. But that drive for Wilmington, the touchdown drive, 8 plays, 65 yards, it used 238, and Wilmington had 3rd and 23 to be able to dig out of that hole.
That's amazing, right? They started off, was it 4 straight penalties or 3?
They had 3 in a row.
3 in a row to start, yeah, okay. And then somehow, right, they were able to dig their way out. They got that big 20-yard gain on 3rd and 23. Went for it, got it on that sort of fake punt, with strange formation. And after that, it was just off to the races.
Ryder Turbo will kick off. Has it teed up at the 40 in the middle of the field. Little junior on the run-up. dribbles it to the far side, and it's fielded at the 20-yard line by Will Vogan for Sharpsville. He'll get out to the 30, and not much further. Rowan Miller downfield on the coverage for Wilmington. We get our first look at the Sharpsville offense now as the Blue Devils look to answer. 9:16 to go in the first quarter. Don't forget, after the game, as always, we'll have the Reinhardt's and Shorts player of the game and the lock, stock, and barrel play of the game. Sharpsville, one thing to keep an eye on, certainly Colton Spangler at center, the toe injury that forced him out of last week. He's out there. You can see the foot heavily taped as they're trying to brace it up as much as possible.
It's just so hard to stabilize a toe. It's not like, taping the heck out of an ankle or something, So it's going to be tough.
First and 10 at the 30. Cadman comes out in the shotgun, and the give is to Jaden White, trying to get around the right side. He has a little bit of room. White to the 32, and then is cut down as Michael Mastretta came from his safety spot to bring down White after a pickup of 2.
That wasn't a good play by Mastretta. That was a great play. He just bounced out there. We haven't seen too many people do that. This is our 4th Sharpsville game. We haven't seen too many people do that to Jaden White yet this year.
Gain of 2 for Jaden White. 2nd down and 8 upcoming. Blue Devils coming out on the shotgun, looking like the Blue Devils the last couple of years.
Yeah, right, yeah. And certainly we know Coach Piccarelli has that much confidence in Aiden Cadman, so it makes sense that they would try to throw this wrinkle in at Wilmington.
4 receivers set. Cadman in the shotgun with Curry to his right on the near right hash. Cadman throws it downfield, and it's caught by Jaden White. He turns the outside and is wrestled down by Jamie Miller, the all-region outside linebacker last year. And if he keeps making plays like that, he's going to be all-region again this year.
He's really good. Great lateral speed and a great tackle. It's one thing to be there on time, but then it's another thing to tackle someone who's strong and quick. And Miller just made quick work of him.
White brought down after a 1-yard gain on the reception. White with his 12th catch of the season, but it's 3rd and 7 for Sharpsville. Blue Devils said Cadman wide right.
.5'11", 165-pound freshman. £160-ish, but they all look like they're on ice skates. Everybody's, trying to catch somebody going full speed on ice skates, wearing their sneakers, and it's really tough to do.
Gain of 11 to the Sharpsville 44. Ball in the middle of the field, just past the W logo. Double wing set. Mitchell-Tree in motion. Gets the toss. Toss power right. Mitchell-Tree into the middle of the line. He'll be brought down by Jordan White. And not before Chase Mitchell-Tree picks up a half dozen. It will be 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Any basketball coach would appreciate the way Mitchell-Tree kind of gets momentum going before he gets the football. You always tell that to guys, you cut back door, you make your move. get going before you catch the ball, before you make your move. And that's what Mitchell-Tree does so well. He's going full speed and downhill before he even gets the pitch.
Ball in the middle of the field. Wilmington on top 7-0. We approach the 6-minute mark here in the first quarter. Zahetner wide left, Kettering wing to the right, Mitchell-Tree wing left, Jamie Miller the fullback behind quarterback Wesley Vasgal. Sharpsville with a 5-man front, Mitchell-Tree in motion, turn give to Jamie Miller over left guard, Miller to the 35 and then stacked up. Might get the first down. Nope, they will say he's short. Forward progress mark at the 35. We see Miller in on the stop. Brian White in on the play as well. Will be 3rd and inches upcoming for the Hounds, who are 0 for 1 so far on 3rd down tonight, 19 of 40 on the season.
Yeah, it hurts their 3rd down average, but that doesn't take into account they got it on 4th down, right? So
they got 21 on 3rd and 23, which
yeah, that's pretty good.
That's about as good of a non-conversion as you could ask for.
Yeah, that's for sure.
3rd and a yard to 35. Vasquez was under center. The quick give is to Jamie Miller. Picks his way up to have the first down. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Michael McLaren in defensive. Jamie Miller converts on 3rd and short. The Hounds drive going.
Just a fast-paced offense. We see the quarterback Vascal coming over to talk to Coach Fillion. That's rare, right? They're just right back to the line of scrimmage and go.
Coach Fillion down there, the offensive play caller, wearing the bright orange hat so that he stands out and his quarterback can find him.
Right. Yeah.
Also wear it when he goes buck hunting next month. 1st and 10 at the 32, and the give up the gut again to Jamie Miller on the fullback trap, and Miller charging forward down to the 25-yard line. Brought down by Brennan Huffman and Jamie Miller. We saw Mistretta and Mitchell-Tree on the first drive. Miller, another one of the M&M boys, taking his place here, the 7-yard gain.
Yeah, we saw that. You talked about the good feet and the good athleticism of the Wilmington offensive line. That was on display on that play, because they were just able to get out there and get their blocks and give Miller some good running lanes.
Double wing set, Rowan Miller tight to the left. Kettering in motion, the handoff comes back to Mitchell-Tree on a counter over the right side. Mitchell-Tree to the 20, stumbles forward. He'll be brought down at about the 18. Miller and McLaren bring down Mitchell-Tree, but Wilmington has returned it to the McCandless-Ford red zone. McCandless-Ford, Mercer, and Meadville. A lot of M's here with the Millers and Mitchell-Tree, McCandless, and Meadville and Mercer, but it's been a mighty good performance by Wilmington so far.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yes, sir.
Again, doesn't it just you sitting up here kind of imagine, I always imagine myself playing on these teams that we cover. How much fun does it look like to be in Wilmington's offense right now?
A lot more fun than the Sharpsville defense.
Yeah, right. They're just flying around.
1st and 10, Kettering in motion, jet sweeper on the left side. Kettering goes to running room. Cale Kettering to the 10. Kettering to the 5. Kettering is in. Touchdown Wilmington. Cale Kettering scores from 18 yards out. His 3rd touchdown of the season, capping a 7-play, 55-yard drive, and Wilmington has a 13-0 lead.
Yeah, just kind of making it look easy on these 2 drives, really. After the 3 straight penalties on their first drive, from that point forward, it's just been a model of efficiency by the offensive line. The skill position player and the play calls have been spot on.
Turvo to attempt the extra point. Ball put down by Zahetner. Turbo puts it up. It is good. He is 29 of 29. Wilmington 2 for 2 tonight. 14-0 Greyhounds lead. We have 3 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the first quarter. We'll be back with more action from Wilmington High School after this on Sports Radio 96.7, Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook, and Lawrence County SportsNet.
Dave.
Greyhounds have bolted to a 14-0 lead. 3:36 to go in the opening quarter. Ryan Briggs and Chris Birch with you tonight in New Wilmington, home of the Greyhounds. On senior night, Wilmington a shaky start with the penalties, but since then, the Hounds have been clicking.
They really have. You can just see, like, they just have so much confidence in what each other does. You know, that's the thing. You just look at it. It's like a well-oiled machine. You know, Vasgal doesn't get enough credit for how he puts every single pitch on those options on the money, makes the right read. Stretta, Pettering, Miller, Mitchell tree have just been awesome. And that offensive line has been getting it done, obviously, in front of them.
Turvo to kick off. Deep men for Sharpsville waiting back at the 15. Kick is angled down towards the near hash mark, and it's going to be fielded by return man Vogan. He'll take it out across the 30 and be brought down there. Will Vogan with a decent run back to the 32-yard line. That's where Sharpsville begins in this drive, trailing by a score of 14-0. But the Hounds, or excuse me, Sharpsville, this is certainly a team with guys like White and Pushkar. So with Blue Devils can get on the board in a hurry.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about it. And even if they don't get on in a hurry, they can certainly sustain a nice long drive, right, and score a touchdown. We've seen them do that, but the problem is this Wilmington offense is so fast and clicking so much. They need to do it soon.
Blue Devils will come out in a straight T backfield. Miller's at tight end to the right, Pushkar wide left. Curry flanked by White and McFeeters in the backfield. And the give is to Curry over the right side. Curry will crash forward across the 35 to the 36, maybe even the 37. Danny Leonard and Rowan Miller on the stop. Put McFeeters in the backfield, to tight end and wing back, and now essentially he's a halfback, 230-pound bagger leading the way. That's a nice weapon to use.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, it's a little bit like that kind of that big package that people are using where they put almost a lineman in at fullback. Yeah, we got a cramp or something here.
That's Antonio Miller, and yeah, he's rubbing at his left calf, and they're going to come out and try and loosen that up. So. See who comes in. McFeeters may go to tight end, or perhaps Graham Perneski. We'll see who's putting on the headgear over there. Logan Kent also may be coming in. We'll see what Sharpsville does. In the meantime, we'll take a 30-second timeout. 3:08 to go in the first quarter. Wilmington on top, 14-0 on Sports Radio 96.7 and Lawrence County SportsNet.
1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole subs on 15-inch buns. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Party rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays and Mondays.
The first quarter is brought to you by the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. Banking, but better.
Antonio Miller, the senior tight end, able to jog off, and he'll be out for at least one play. Sharpsville will have it 2nd and 5 at the 37, working on the near right hash mark. T formation behind Cadman. And the give is to Curry on a trap, and he is going to be hit immediately as flying through will be Colin Raleigh along with Cam Kettering, freshman linebacker in there. Raleigh, first one in there, though, it's going to be a loss of a yard.
I mean, obviously, we've talked a lot about Wilmington's offense. They've just been great, but their defense has been great. Here's why. They've really been able to establish the line of scrimmage. Really, the strength of this Sharpsville team is when the offensive line gets a little bit of a push and White and Curry can get out into space. There just hasn't been any space tonight.
Wilmington, the #1 rushing defense in the Mercer County area this year. 3rd and 6 at the 36. Curry motions out of the backfield. It's a toss to Jaden White around the left side, looking for room. Hesitates, heads upfield, gets to the 40, and on second effort, he's going to have the first down. Jaden White, he was going to be stopped short, but he kept the legs turning, picks up an extra yard, and Sharpsville converts on 3rd and 6.
Boy, did Sharpsville need that. Right, imagine giving the football right back to that offense. But Sharpsville able to convert. I think almost everybody over there on that opposite sideline, players, coaches, fans, everybody just kind of took a collective sigh of relief right there.
Sharpsville 1 of 2 now on 3rd down. We talked about the Wilmington rush defense, holding teams to 2.7 yards per carry and 73.6 rushing yards per game. Teams also had struggles on 3rd down against Wilmington, but Sharpsville converted there. 1st and 10 now at the 43. 3 backs in a T. Give is to White. Gets the handoff and heads upfield. Jaden White into the secondary. White to the 30. White to the 20. 10. 5. Touchdown. Sharpsville on the board. 57 yards. Jaden White over the left side.
Yeah, no flags anywhere. White just able to get off of the on the far side of the field, off tackle, and nobody in the middle of the field for Wilmington. And White able to scoot into the end zone and get Sharpsville back into this football game.
Cadman did a good job of getting the ball in his hands because he was going down.
Yeah, how about that? Right, that's maybe one of the reasons that there was nobody there as Wilmington coming on the blitz. They had too many guys on this side of the field, too, for the number of receivers. So somebody was out of position there, I think, for the Hounds.
Going for it?
Sharpsville looking to get the 11th man out there. It is going to be Antonio Miller, who's the wing on the left side. He's a tight end, actually. Pushkar's the wing. Logan Kent will hold. Rylan Piccarilli kicking at the goal post to the right. Snap is good. Kent puts it down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Piccarilli cuts it to 14-7. Sharpsville, 4 plays, 68 yards, a 57-yard touchdown sprint for Jaden White. 1:25 to go, first quarter. We'll be back with more after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Lawrence County SportsNet. Met in week 1 with Sharpsville winning 49-42 and 10:35 into this one. We might be on pace for that, Chris. Yeah. Wilmington on top of the lead cut in half to 14-7.
Right. Yeah, again, this Sharpsville kind of was on the ropes there as Wilmington had the football twice, scored twice, and facing a 3rd and 6. Jaden White able to pick up that on a second effort. And what, on the very next play, right, the first down play, able to get the football and score a touchdown, get Sharpsville back into this thing. It's on here.
Piccarilli kick is a spinner downfield, fielded into the 16 by Freddie Zehetner. Zehetner in the middle of the field to the 30. And he's going to be brought down by Korneski. Teammates Curry down there, along with Jordan White. Freddie Zehetner, always dangerous. The ball's in his hands on a return. He takes the ball out past the 30 to the 33-yard line. Chris, full night of action. Do you have any updates for us?
I do, yeah. The Cambridge scored on their first possession. Neither team scored after that in the first quarter in that Lakeview-Cambridge game. 8-0 the SPA over Lakeview.
Cambridge Springs a chance to get a share of the Region 2 title with a win and then a Greenville loss to Maplewood tomorrow night, but that's a District 10 title game rematch from last year. Right. Both teams are in 1A. These Wilmington Greyhounds joining them in 1A this year. 1st and 10 from the 33. Give us to Chase Mitchelltree. Jet sweeper on the left side out across. Actually, say the knee hit just shy of the 40 with the 39. Brian White in on the stop, and Mitchelltree picks up 6 more.
Art Shannon, the People's Champ, coming through with another update. Briggsy Farrell is up 21-0 on Reynolds late in the first quarter there.
So Farrell looking to close out an undefeated league schedule and an outright region title, and so far so good for Ant Peguese's squad. Here it's 14-7 Wilmington as we've turned under a minute to go in the first quarter. 2nd and 4 for the Hounds from their own 39. Mistretto wing left, and the handoff is to Miller on a trap. Jamie Miller up the middle of the 45. Miller bouncing into the secondary. Miller keeps the legs moving, and he'll finally be brought down by Antonio Miller. Vogan also getting a piece of him, but Jamie Miller takes the ball into Sharpsville territory. A pickup of 15 yards to the 46, and already the 9th first down of the night for Wilmington.
Yeah. We noticed the absence. We noted, I guess, the absence of Miller on that first drive. Yeah, that Miller has been really picking it up here on the 2nd and 3rd possessions. That was a great trap play, and Miller able to just kind of find that little bit of space, find some contact, break a tackle, and turn that into a nice game.
1st and 10 at the 46. Zehetner wide right. Double wing set, give to Mistretta. Jet sweeper on the right side. Cuts upfield behind a block from Leonard. Mistretta to the 35. Mistretta down to the 30-yard line as Jordan White hustles downfield to bring him down, but Mistretta picks up 16 more on what is likely the final play of the first quarter. Already 177 rushing yards and 10 first downs for Wilmington here in the first quarter. We've played 12 minutes tonight in New Wilmington. Wilmington leading Sharpsville 14-7. Chris and I will come back with quarter number 2 on Sports Radio 96.7, Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook, and Lawrence County SportsNet. Go left to right towards the high school here with the full moon in the sky. We'll be pointing towards that celestial body here in the second quarter, leading 14-7. We've had a full moon. We've not had any full moon plays yet tonight, Chris. So there's still 3 quarters to go. But all in all, this Wilmington ground game off and running.
Yeah, I mean it's really been something to behold. They have just been, good. They've been solid. The blocking has been there. They've been able to turn the corner. They've gotten downhill. They've got lots of guys involved. I mean, all of the things that we talk about, this Wilmington offense being so good at, they've done them all here. They did them all in that first quarter.
Wilmington going left to right in the navy jerseys, navy pants, white crescent letters, gold trim, Sharpsville white tops, blue pants, blue numbers, white helmets. Double wing set. And Vascal turn, give to Jamie Miller over left guard. Miller to the 25. Miller bounces outside. He's the 15. Cuts back to his right. Miller dragging defenders downfield. Miller finally will be stacked up by Vogan and Brian White down near the 10-yard line. It will be first and goal for the Hounds. Wilmington back into the McCandless Ford red zone.
Yeah, just a great bounce out there by Miller. I'm just watching the Sharpsville defense. Trying to imagine what to say to try to correct this, and there just isn't anything to say.
First and goal at the 10. Hounds already 11 first downs, 197 rushing yards tonight. We have 11:24 to go in the first half. Double wing set. Miller, the fullback behind Vascal. Turn, give to Miller over the right side. He is hit, stacked up, and will get maybe a yard. Antonio Miller in on the stop for Sharpsville. Also Brennan Huffman, the sophomore linebacker. Miller brought down after a short pickup. It will be second and goal from the 9. One thing to mention, Turvo perfect on extra points, but he's not attempted a field goal this year.
Okay. Which again, perhaps, we might see Coach Fillion maybe get him out there just to attempt one in a situation where they might have gone for it otherwise. Just to get him out there before the playoffs start.
Second and goal at the 9, unbalanced line to left. Quick pitch to Mitchell Tree over the left side. He's going to be hit by Miller and McFeeters. Mitchell Tree will get 3 to the 6. Now third and goal, and that time Wilmington bringing the right tackle Colin Raleigh over the left side, the unbalanced line.
Yeah, that was great. That was a great job by Sharpsville to kind of deal with that. And Hayden McFeeters, you can break some tackles, here and there, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone break Hayden McFeeters' tackle. When he gets his mitts on him, you're going down.
McFeeters, one of the big defensive plays we saw this year, that 45-yard interception return he had against Reynolds back at midseason.
Totally changed the game. Yep.
Third and goal at the 6. Hetner wide right, double wing set. In motion comes Mistretta, and Vascal back to pass. Now looking, he's going to tuck it and run. He's in trouble. McFeeters will toss him down back near the 8-yard line. And there's a flag as well thrown by the umpire in the middle of the field. The flag actually landed on the soccer line, which is the 8-yard line.
Which is yellow.
Yes. The 18, because the goal's in the back of the end zone.
Right.
That's the old little context clue.
Yes.
But in any case, the decision now is you put Wilmington in 4th and goal at the 8 or 3rd and goal at the 16.
I assume hold, but then they probably wouldn't have.
It is holding, and the penalty will be accepted, so it's going to be now 3rd and goal at the 18. But we've talked a lot about McFeeters in terms of the pass coverage and then, of course, run stuffing, but they're just watching his pursuit.
Yeah, right. Great pursuit. And then again, if he gets his hands on you, you're going to be tackled. I mean, that's just. And there we saw it right there as Vascal had an opportunity maybe to turn the corner, but all of a sudden McFeeters was there and just kind of flung him down like a big brother flinging a little brother down.
3rd and goal back at the 16. Double wing set. Mitchell-Tree in motion from right to left. Vascal back to pass. He's hit. Sacked. Ball's loose. It is picked up by Brian White at the 30. Rumbling downfield. White to the 40. Flag comes flying in on the far sideline. White out to the 45-yard line. The Sharpsville defense forcing the turnover. And the Blue Devils are going to have excellent field position after the forced fumble and then the recovery and return from White.
How about Brian White? He said, I'm not going to fall on that ball. I'm going to wait till it bounces, pick it up, and scoot, if that's the right word. 5'10", 275-pounder. Down the field. Let's see what the penalty is.
There's a sideline warning on Sharpsville, so no yardage, but the Blue Devils will have it at the 45. Wilmington this year, Chris, red zone, they've had a lot of success, but not there.
Not there, right, yeah. We saw them go 2 for 2, yeah. 22 of 24, 92% in the red zone this year. That's off the charts. That's astronomical. You don't ever see that, but now they're 22 of 25 because Sharpsville able to keep them out of the end zone, and not only keep them out of the end zone, but force a turnover.
And good field position as well, out to the 45 after the first turnover of the night. 3 backs behind Cadman, and he will fake the handoff and keep it, and he's going to be hit immediately. Raleigh in there along with Jacob Coulter. No running room at all, and you wonder if that was a busted play.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Cadman, I've never seen Cadman run that play. Right, he just kind of went down the line.
I wonder, just missed the handoff and decided to keep it. And
either missed the handoff or whoever was supposed to be there wasn't there.
Either way, it goes for no gain. It will be 2nd down and 10 at the 45-yard line. Coming up at the half, we'll have a first half recap, scoring and stats. And Chris will have the lock, stock, and barrel halftime update, updating you on all the District 10 scores and maybe a few of the Lawrence County scores as well for our friends tuning in tonight on the Lawrence County SportsNet. Cadman, turn, give to Curry over the right side. Curry upfield to the 50, into the Wilmington side of midfield. He'll get out to the 45, a gain of 10. It will be a first down, driven back by the Wilmington defense with Gino Curry going off the right side. Curry picks up the 3rd first down of the night for Sharpsville.
Curry has been so fun to watch this year. He's a 5'11", 210-pound, either 14 or 15-year-old. He's a freshman. He's been absolute load to bring down for defenses. And I don't mean individuals on the defense. I mean the entire defense.
3 carries, 14 yards tonight for Curry. He's the fullback. McFeeters to his left, Jaden White to his right. T backfield behind Cadman, 1st and 10, the 45 on the far right hash mark. And the give is to Curry again. Follows McFeeters upfield. Curry with a big hole to the 35 and brought down by Mastretta at the 33-yard line with 12 more for Gino Curry. And all of a sudden, it is now Sharpsville dominating the line of scrimmage.
I can't believe how the momentum has shifted in this football game. I was almost thinking, geez, I wonder if Wilmington's going to mercy clock them here when it was 14-0 and they had such an easy time on those first 2 drives. But Sharpsville scores, makes a stop in the red zone, and now they are driving again.
1st and 10 at the 33. Pushkar wide right on the short side of the field. Miller tight left, 3 backs and a T behind Cadman. And the give is to White, student body left. Jaden White upfield to the 25. White down to about the 23. He'll have what appears to be another first down, or no, they'll say just shy, but 9 more for Jaden White to the 24-yard line.
And you called it. You made the key point on why the momentum has shifted. It's been along the line of scrimmage as this Sharpsville offensive line has found their footing. A little short-handed, a guy out, a guy injured, but they have been awesome here on these past 2 drives.
2nd and the yard at the 24-yard line. Curry, the fullback, McFeeters to his left, White to his right in the T. Ball in the middle of the field on 2nd and 1. turn. This time they give us to McFeeters. His first carry line. McFeeters to the 25 to the 20. Hayden McFeeters rumbling downfield, and is he in? He is just shy. He'll be marked at the 1 yard line. Hayden McFeeters, the 230-pound wrecking ball, picks up 23. First and goal at the 1.
Cue Chris Berman in like 1987, rumbling, stumbling, as he was just running people over. And, bringing the entire Wilmington defense with him. And they did get him down short, but not before he picks up a first and goal.
10th carry of the season for McFeeters. He picks up 23 yards. First and goal from about 6 inches away. 6:18 to go, clock turning second quarter. T backfield behind Aiden Cadman. Turn, give to Curry, and he is in. Touchdown, Sharpsville. Curry scores from officially 1 yard out. The Blue Devils are an extra point away from tying up this one.
It's amazing. I mean, again, you just don't see it very often in high school football, where a team is just absolutely dominating another one, and then all of a sudden the script completely flips. And sure enough, that's what Sharpsville has done here.
Piccarelli on to attempt the extra point. McFeeters will snap. Logan Kent is the holder. 14-13 from PAT pending. The drive was 6 plays, 55 yards, used 3:10. Snap a little high, Kent puts it down. The kick is up, and the PAT for Piccarelli is good. And we are tied at 14. Wilmington scored the first 14. Sharpsville scored the next 14. We are deadlocked 14-all. 6:10 to go first half. Back with more from Wilmington High School after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Lawrence County SportsNet. Sharpsville knotted up with 6:10 to go in the first half. Ryan Briggs and Chris Sports with you tonight here on Sports Radio 96.7. A couple of Lawrence County scores to pass on for our viewers of Lawrence County SportsNet. Ambridge leads Newcastle 8-7 in the second quarter. Mohawk leading Freedom 14-0 in the first quarter. Laurel leading Southside Beaver 13-0 in the second quarter. Neshannock leading Summit Academy 6-0. And Elwood City, the Wolverines undefeated, leading Union 7-0 late in the first quarter. Thanks to rugged Ron Waniwas from the Newcastle News for those scores. Chris will update us on a few other scores after this kickoff. And will be Piccarelli to kick it off. Ryland Piccarelli line drive down the middle. Fielded on the hop of the 15 by Freddie Zahetner. Zahetner into the middle of the field. Zahetner outside the hash mark to the 35, and he'll be brought down by Michael McLaren, but not before Zahetner out to the 43-yard line. A healthy run back, 28 yards. And with 6:02 to go in the second quarter, Wilmington will take over in excellent field position. Now deadlocked at 14. Chris, a couple of updates.
Yeah, a couple of Mercer County scores real quick. Farrell up 28-0 on Reynolds. Cambridge Springs up 8-6 on Lakeview. Sharon all over Titusville 22-0, and Hickory's up 28-0 on Slippery Run.
And here it is 14-14, Wilmington and Sharpsville. Hounds have it on the far left hash mark. Pascal gets the snap, turn, toss to Mitchell-Tree. Mitchell-Tree over the right side on the toss power play. Mitchell-Tree out to the 49-yard line. Gain of 6, Antonio Miller in on the stop for Sharpsville. Also had some help from Aiden Cadman up from his safety spot. Mitchell-Tree closing in on 100 yards already, picks up 6. That'll give him 96 on his 10 attempts tonight.
End of one also. Conneaut's up 6-0 on Grove City. So Grove City really dinged up. We saw it out last week, and Cash, an improved team from a year ago. So they're up on Grove City at the end of one.
Grove City, 5 two-way guys missing last week. Turn toss to Mitchell-Tree. Mitchell-Tree over the right side gets brought down by Roman Massey, the freshman who's starting on offense tonight, getting some action along the defensive line. Brings down Mitchell-Tree at the Sharpsville 48. It will be 3rd and a yard for the Hounds. Yeah, Grove City They lost Terrell Richardson, Heasley as well. It's just a team that was not particularly deep to begin with, losing 6 two-way starters. That's that's hard for any size school.
Yeah, that team certainly in particular too. You think about how great they've been over the past couple of years. They still certainly were able to get a good 11 out there, but now they're really not deep.
Third in the yard, give to Jamie Miller. He'll slam forward. McFeeters brings him down, but Miller picks up 2, and the Hounds convert on 3rd and a yard. Wilmington's second and third down conversion of the night that keeps the drive going. Down to 4:40 to go in the first half. Each team with its full complement of 3 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, good answer here by Wilmington, right? Disappointment of fumbling in the red zone, and Sharpsville just roaring right down the field and scoring, but it's a good answer here by the Hounds.
Zahetner wide left, double wing set. Mitchell Tree to the left, Kettering to the right. Kettering in motion right to left. Give to Miller on a trap. Miller up the middle. Miller will get across the 40, keeps the legs moving. Finally brought down by Jaden White. But Miller popped through there and picks up 10 and another first down for Jamie Miller.
Yeah, he just, he plays that fullback position, and, he kind of runs like a big dude. But, I mean, he's 5'7", 200. That's not a small guy. But he batters in there like he's a 240-pound fullback, and he's a lot of fun to watch.
To borrow a line from Mike Tomlin, he's short, not small.
Right, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Miller the fullback, Kettering wing right, unbalanced line to the right. Mitchell Tree in motion, gets a toss from Vascal. Chase Mitchell Tree over the right side. Mitchell Tree to the 25. Mitchell Tree dragging defenders downfield. Mitchell Tree to the 21, give him 15 more. It'll be 1st and 10. Just outside the McCandless Ford red zone.
Mitchell Tree again doing that full speed. By the time he receives the football, he's already downhill. Went off right tackle there and just kept the pile moving. Picks up another big chunk, 15 yards.
Mitchell Tree now with 114 yards already on 12 carries.
Wow.
Wilmington as a team, 223 rushing yards with 3:20 to go in the half.
Just churning it out.
1st and 10 at the 21. Mitchell Tree in motion. Give to Miller on a trap. Jamie Miller up the middle of the 15. Miller to the 10. Bulldog down inside the 10 at the 8 by Jaden White. Miller flying upfield picks up 13 more. 1st and goal now at the 8. The 15th first down of the night already for Wilmington.
Yeah, Wilmington's offensive line has kind of picked it back up again. A couple of great blocks there. That's one you stop on Saturday morning if you feel like giving your guys a compliment amidst critiquing them, as all film sessions have. A great block there. And Miller just finding those gaps and picking up yardage.
1st and goal at the 9. Turn toss to Mitchell Tree. Mitchell Tree hit immediately by Antonio Miller. Mitchell Tree may have picked up a yard, but a flag comes in from the referee behind the play. The man in the white hat tells us it is holding against Wilmington. And now Wilmington's going to have 1st and goal from the 19-yard line after the 5th flag of the night on the Greyhounds.
Yeah, you could see Coach Fillion just kind of like his body language. He's just kind of looking out at his squad, getting ready to call a play. But that was his number one priority tonight, was not being penalized. And after those first 3, they've been all right. First 3 plays of the game, but first 3 snaps of the game, I should say. But yeah, that was a painful one.
Ball goes back to the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal at the 19-yard line. Clock rolling, 2:35 to go in the first half. Tied at 14, Wilmington on the move. Vascal brings Mitchell Tree in motion. The handoff comes to Cale Kettering on a sweeper of the left side. Slipped and then was brought down to the turf in there by Hayden McFeeters. A loss of a yard on the play. It'll now be 2nd and goal at the 20, actually called to 21, a loss of 2.
Yeah, you can see Maverick Whiting and Jacob Coulter did open that hole up there for him. But when he tried to turn to get into that gap, he had already kind of slipped and his foot went out from under him.
It's an exceptionally dry evening. The air is very dry. One of those nights where you can probably get shocked by static electricity. So the field is in excellent shape. Of course, the brand new artificial turf here.
Is it possible that maybe the kind of dramatic temperature change has brought up some? I don't know. Yeah.
2nd and goal at the 21. Mitchell Tree from wing left gets a toss. He's going to pull up and pass. Now he's going to tuck it, and he's in some trouble. And Jaden White will haul him down out of bounds for a short loss. It's going to be 3rd and goal now back in 23. Certainly is something to take into consideration. It was in the mid-60s, and of course the field temperature would be warmer than that, but as it's gotten dark, the temperature's sinking, so perhaps a little bit of condensation.
Yeah, it was like almost kind of like an early fall day, like early September even, all day today, and then all of a sudden now it feels like it should mid-October.
Loss of 2 on the play, the halfback option, or turned out not to be one. Mitchell Tree's not attempted a pass this year. Looked like he wanted to.
Yeah.
3rd and goal at the 23. Double wing set. Vascal back to pass. Vascal under pressure off his back foot, tossed downfield. And it's caught on a comeback by Mitchell Tree. Mitchell Tree dives forward to about the 10-yard line. It will be 4th down. Vascal's first completion of the night. Gives Wilmington at least a shot at it here on 4th and goal.
Yeah, Mitchell Tree coming back hard for that pass. It slipped a little bit out of Vascal's hand. Mitchell Tree able to come back, get it. Just keep the momentum moving forward and dragging some tacklers with him and turning that into something positive.
6th catch of the year for Mitchell Tree. Pickup of 14. 4th and goal at the 9, and Wilmington will attempt the field goal. Ryder Turvo will come out. It will be a 26-yarder from the left hash mark. Play clock at 10. Game clock is under a minute to go, down to 46 seconds, and Wilmington's going to
play clock's at 3.
let the play clock run down. It is 1 and timeout Wilmington. Hounds take a timeout with 40 seconds to go in the half. We'll take a 30-second timeout as well. 4th and goal when we come back, tied at 14 on Sports Radio 96.7 and Lawrence County SportsNet.
Landscape has changed. Illegal fentanyl has made its way into the drug supply. Synthetic opioids are 50 times stronger than heroin, but they're 100 times stronger than morphine. It only takes the tiniest amount to cause a fatal overdose. Although fentanyl is being mixed into almost every kind of drug, you wouldn't be able to see it, smell it, or taste it. Know the dangers.
Contact Mercer County Behavioral Health Inc. and Mercer PA at 724-662-2230 or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Heritage PA Rotary Club and the Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
The second quarter is brought to you by the Cash Dollar team at Confluence Financial Partners. 2 firms united to serve you. Visit us at confluencefv.com.
So the timeout taken by Wilmington, and the field goal unit will indeed go out there. Ryder Turvo's first field goal attempt of the season, looking to break a 14-14 tie.
Yeah, it's on the far hash, so it's not set up the same way as an extra point is either. So a couple of impediments here for sure.
26-yard attempt. Zahetner will hold. Snap is low. It squirts past Zahetner. Grabbed by Turvo. Turvo is going to run. I'll give some ground. Ryder Turvo trying to get around right end. Turvo is going to be brought down at about the 8-yard line. Will Vogan brings him down. And for the second time tonight, Wilmington into the McCandless Ford red zone. But no points.
Yeah, that's rough.
Right, and you said 2 holding calls. Pointed out that stat and came up with that stat. 22 of 24 coming into the game. They now hit their line twice inside the red zone.
So Turvo picked it up and took it down to the 8. Sharpsville will have it at its own 8 with 30 seconds to go in that. Blue Devils have 3 timeouts. Wilmington 2 timeouts, but the Sharpsville could take a couple of knees here and take it to the locker room.
That's what I think they're going to do, or at least a modified version of that. I think we're going to see some conservatism here by the Sharpsville offense.
3 backs behind Cadman. 1st and 10 from the 8. The give is to Jaden White. White up the middle. White stumbles forward to about the 14-yard line. Of course, you have a guy like Jaden White. You can get a big parcel of yardage in a short amount of time.
Right, yeah, you can call a conservative play, give it to him, and get a big play.
White picks up 5 to the 13 as we're down to 10 seconds to go in the half. And that will be the final play of a very entertaining first half of football at Wilmington High School. 14-14. Wilmington scored the first 14. Sharpsville scored the next 14. Chris and I will come back to the first half recap, scoring stats, and the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update right here on Sports Radio 96.7 and Lawrence County SportsNet.
For a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care, then the Heritage at St. Paul's Senior Living Community in Greenville is right for you. The Heritage offers private apartments that provide the comforts of home with as little or as much personal care as you need. St. Paul's makes it easy easily to feel at home. Call 724-588-7610 or visit stpauls1867.org today for more information or to schedule a tour. Gosh, honey, what's got you all chef-tastic?
You know, it's our kitchen remote. It's got me all inspired.
Oh, are you inspired enough to make dessert?
As a matter of fact.
Is it chocolate? Oh, it's chocolate. I love you. Get inspiration
Yes,
on
I
your own
am
with a brand
holding
new
the
kitchen
camera
from
on.
Warner's Homes and Improvements. Make believe new kitchens that dreams are made of. We buy direct from the manufacturers using top quality materials with no shortcuts. The latest in style and functionality for a fair price. Call Warner's today and get inspired. Warner's Homes and Improvements on Route 19 in Mercer or online at warnersconstruction.com.
Agriculture is more than a business. It's a way of life. My bank understands agriculture. We're here for the long haul. Agriculture is a business that varies like the weather. That's why I need a financial partner I can grow with. In good times and bad. Weather or not. Mercer County State Bank. Member FDIC. Your community bank. Online at mcsbank.bank.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's Premium Spring Water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit Herman'sWater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
Halftime here at Wilmington High School and a fun first half in the books. Wilmington and Sharpsville tied at 14. I'm Ryan Briggs along with Chris Birch. Chris, a lot to talk about in the first half. Some big plays on both sides, and we expected an even game. I don't know if we expected we would get to this point of being even in the manner that we did, but we're all tied up at the break.
Yeah, it's even. You look at the score and the stats, and you think, wow, what an even game. But right, it was absolutely dominated by Wilmington early on. And then Sharpsville somehow, was able. They made that stop, got the turnover, and were able to score, and then score again. And here we are at 14-14. A couple of miscues by Wilmington, obviously not scoring in the red zone, which resulted in one of the Sharpsville touchdowns, and then missing the field goal there, or getting kind of a botched snap. So yeah, it could be a very different story. Sharpsville fortunate for it to be tied. Wilmington probably pretty grumpy that it's tied.
Yeah, the Hounds came in 22 of 24 in the red zone this year, all those being touchdowns, and scored on the first 2 trips inside the McCandless Ford red zone tonight, but then 0 for 2 after that, and instead of this being 24-14 or 28-14, it's 14-14.
I know, right. Yeah, and again, that the one in particular where they didn't score, and then they fumbled, and then Sharpsville able to march that one down and score. That's a I think they used to call a 14-point swing, and it's pretty amazing. So yeah, give Sharpsville some credit for some grit, because they looked like they were in trouble early on.
14 all. We'll come back with the first half recap, scoring and stats. Chris will have the lock, stock, and barrel halftime update as well. You're listening to high school football on Sports Radio 96.7, Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook, and Lawrence County SportsNet.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello? I'm a real person. Well, you can have one of the representatives call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours. Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration, the area's #1 roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate, 800-663-8103, or look for @Shell Restoration on Facebook.
I've worked hard to make my house a home. I know it's got my insurance department. That's why I'm with Area Insurance 2291 or visit Reinhardt.com. Go to earinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
Did you know that Mancino's Driving School can give you your driver's test? That's right. Mancino's Driving School provides an approved Pennsylvania Department of Education certified driving course as well as behind-the-wheel training. Mancino's Driving School offers one-on-one, on-the-road driving lessons 7 days a week with day and evening hours. They use only certified driving instructors and undergo extensive background investigation. For details or more information on adult training, go online to mancinosdrivingschool.com.
Just the place to go.
You got one light?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, hold on first.
Well, it's a bar and grill, so yeah, we're covered.
Win-win.
Speaking of win, they've got gaming too, so you can come sit down for a great meal, a great drink, a great time, or all three. Vase Pub and Grill has just what you want, so come by for good eats, cold drinks, and the latest ways to win. Vase Pub and Grill, East State Street, Hermitage.
The Halftime Show is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, serving giant subs to the Shenango Valley since 1973.
It is halftime here at Wilmington High School. Sharpsville and Wilmington tied at 14. Ryan Briggs, Chris Birch with you. The scoring recap: Wilmington took the opening possession, went 8 plays, 65 yards, used 238. Chase Mitchell-Tree, a 7-yard touchdown run. Ryder Turbo with the first of his 2 extra points made it 7-0. The Hounds doubled the lead with 3:36 to go in the quarter. Cale Kettering scored from 18 yards out, capping a 7-play, 55-yard drive. It used 3:47. Turbo's extra point made it 14-0. But Sharpsville able to answer. Jaden White, a 57-yard touchdown run, capping a 4-play, 68-yard drive. It used 2:11. Rylan Piccarilli, the first of his 2 conversions, cut the lead in half to 14-7. And then Wilmington drove deep into Sharpsville territory, but Wesley Vascal was sacked and stripped by Brennan Huffman. Thanks to Ty Kohler from the Herald getting that clarified for us. But it was knocked loose, recovered by Brian White. The big guy returned the ball back to the 45. 6 plays later, Gino Curry plowed in from a yard out to make it 14-all with 6:10 to go in the half. That is where we are right now at the intermission, tied at 14. Looking at some team numbers, Wilmington in the first half, 232 rushing yards, 14 passing yards. The Hounds, 246 yards on 32 plays, 15 first downs for Wilmington. On the Sharpsville side, 135 yards of total offense, 134 coming on the ground. Sharpsville, 5 first downs. For Wilmington quarterback Wesley Vascal, 1 of 2 for 14 yards. It was a 14-yard completion to Chase Mitchell-Tree. Mitchell-Tree, 13 carries, 112 yards and a touchdown. Jamie Miller, 10 carries for 77 yards. Michael Mastretto ran twice for 29 yards. Cale Kettering, 3 carries for 27 yards to lead the way. For Sharpsville, Aiden Cadman, 1 of 1 for 1 yard, a 1-yard completion to Jaden White. White has had more luck on the ground, 5 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown. Gino Curry, 5 carries, 27 yards, and a score. Hayden McFeeters ran once. It was a 23-yarder that set up Curry's touchdown from the 1. Cadman, 2 carries for 4 yards. Penalties: Sharpsville has not been penalized. Wilmington, 5 flags for 40 yards, and the only turnover of the night was the strip sack of Vascal by Huffman. Wilmington, big edge in time of possession, 16-10 to 7:50. Add it all up, we're tied at 14. We'll take a break. When we come back, Chris will have the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update on Sports Radio 96.7.
Attorney Bill Miller, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
Score big checking account at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. At the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, you get a free checking account that offers no minimum balance, no monthly service fees, and unlimited transactions. Download their mobile app and you can get 24/7 account access and remote deposit. See them at one of their two locations in Grove City or online at gcnfcu.org. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Equal Opportunity Lender. Open a checking account now and score 4 tickets to a local high school sports event. Call for details. The cash to return to past, exceed your future. Two firms coming together to serve clients in Grove City, Western PA, and beyond. Confluence Financial Partners is a wealth management firm on a mission to help clients maximize their lives and businesses. Visit confluencefinancial.com. Confluence services and confluence management processing questions. Registration and investment discovery is for opportunity to inclusive participation.
In 1973, Lock, Stock, and Barrel opened their doors and served their first of over 3 million giant submarine sandwiches. And they still serve 42 whole and 15-inch burgers. Lock, Stock, and Barrel also has burgers, specialty sandwiches, wraps, gyros, salads, wings, and even breakfast. Lock, Stock, and Barrel is also a full-service deli. Honey rings, meat and cheese trays, and cold veggie trays are all available. Open Tuesday through Saturday, closed Sundays and Mondays. Is brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel.
Senior night festivities ongoing for the Wilmington Marching Band. So the Sharpsville Band, I know the Wilmington Band, their performance, and the seniors being honored tonight. Wilmington will have one more home game next Friday night against Karn City.
Yeah.
District 9 power coming here. The interesting thing, when Wilmington won the state title back in 08, there was one loss in Week 10, Karn City.
Sure does. Yeah, they've been a great program. So, yeah.
They certainly have. And head coach Joe Sherwin has another strong unit over there. The Gremlins. They'll be here next week in Week 10. And hey, you never know. We could see Karn City down the road in interdistrict play. Karn City in Class 2A, although Central Clarion certainly is the power. And we'll have that score along with a lot of others here. It's time for the Lock, Stock, and Barrel halftime update. Yeah. Brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel in Sharpsville. Open 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Breakfast available, wide range of sandwiches and other assorted goodies. Full-size deli, Pennsylvania Lottery. It's Lock, Stock, and Barrel in the Sharpsville Plaza in Sharpsville. Without further delay, Chris, you've been working feverishly in the break. You have a lot of copious notes, so you go ahead and fill us in, please, on what's going on in the area.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. Yeah, and I appreciate everybody helping me out with scores. The Farrell Steelers, again, they got off to that little bit of a shaky start, but they certainly have righted the ship. They're up now 35-0 on Reynolds at halftime. Cambridge Springs also up. They are up 14-6 on Lakeview. Mercier's Prep up 14-7 on Eisenhower. Seneca up 20-0 on Iroquois. Again, a bit of a shocker, but you and I, having seen how dinged up Grove City was last week, not that much of a shocker. Conneaut is up 12-0 on Grove City. Sharon, the game over on 790 WPIC, they're up 29-0 on Titusville. Hickory continuing to just be awesome on offense. They were incredible last week, putting up 69. This week they're up 42-0 on Slippery Rock early in the third quarter. Corey up 14-7 on Harbor Creek. Corey having a really good season up there. Fort LaBeouf up 27-6 on Girard. How about this one, Briggsy? General McLean up 13-7 on Cathedral Prep. So McLean having a great season. Warren and Meadville squaring off. Warren is up, Meadville is up 20-0 on Warren. That General McLean and Meadville teams are probably headed for a clash in 4A, right?
In all likelihood, McLean will be 1, Meadville 2, Oil City and Franklin playing for 3 and 4 tonight. And I know you'll update us on that one in a minute, but certainly they are the two favorites. And you mentioned McLean. what a job head coach Marshall McCormick has done up there. And they have a veteran squad there, and they lost to Newcastle in the opener 49-47 at Newcastle. 1 for 2 late, didn't get it, but the Lancers have been running roughshod ever since. And you're wondering, well, let's wait and see. We're up on Cathedral Prep right now.
There you go. If anybody needed to know, now they know, right? Yes.
And that's at Prep too,
that's
by the way.
Prep.
That's not at Linden Field in Edinburgh. That's at Cathedral Prep. So hats off to the Lancers. They had Meadville. They had a good one a couple weeks ago. McLean won 35-27. Meadville always a tough out with Coach Collins. Yeah. But anyway, Chris, you have more scores for us.
Oh, it's good stuff. Yeah, giving us the 4A preview. Oil City. Speaking of 4A, Oil City is up 21-6 on Franklin. Steubenville, Ohio, up 14-0 on McDowell. You mentioned Central Clarion running roughshod in 2A. You also mentioned Red Bank Valley, a good 1A team out of District 9. Central Clarion up 28-0 on Red Bank. Central Clarion has been just awesome.
You know Central Clarion plays next week? Butler.
Okay, all right. That should actually be a good game. You think, wow, 2A versus 6A. Central Clarion is that good. Union AC Valley is up 6-0 on Montauk. The Warriors trying to get win number 1 there.
And sorry, Chris, Union AC Valley, the Falcon Knights, by the way, they will be at Reynolds next week in Week 10. That game has been moved to Thursday night.
Okay.
Official shortage. They moved the game to Thursday night because some other schools have senior nights scheduled. Reynolds already had a senior night, so they go ahead. They're going to play Thursday night. The Raiders and the Falcon Knights.
Yeah, should be a good one. Yeah, there's no doubt. Elwood City continuing to roll. They're 7-0, looking to go 8-0. They're up 20-0 on Union. A couple other Lawrence County scores. Ambridge up 8-7 on Newcastle. Neshannock up 33-0 on Summit, and Mohawk up 28-12 on Freedom. 2 other scores, Briggsy, that the Wilmington folks, any Wilmington folks listening, would be interested in. First of all, their next week opponent, Karn City, they're up 24-0 on Keystone. And then Westinghouse, a very good single A team out of the City League, District 8.
Are they 1 or 2A? Well, somebody in this game is going to be interested in them.
Well, yeah, but I actually thought they were 1 only because Coach Fillion mentioned them to me. So, yeah,
okay,
could be.
But they have been 2. Maybe they're 1 either way. I'm sorry,
yeah,
Chris.
that's okay. They're up 44-0 on Perry. And, of course, the side drama on that is they're up 44-0 on Perry with 11 guys dressed. So, an interesting night for Westinghouse for sure.
Yeah, last week in a game, a brawl broke out, and a lot of the Westinghouse guys, actually all the guys that worked the game,
came off the bench, right?
Yeah, and that's a no-no. So they were suspended for the game for that. But obviously Westinghouse, the magnificent 11 tonight. Of course, you can also say it's not your It's not your father's
it's not
Perry
2004 Perry. No.
Yeah, Rod Rutherford's not walking through that door. And thanks to Art Shannon clarifying, they are in A, in 1A. Thank you, Art. But also through the way that they are set up, I believe would be a sub-regional with District 5,
right?
Which means that they would go through the East with District 6, which would be Bishop Guilfoyle and those, the Johnstown, Altoona State College area schools. So Westinghouse winning tonight in the City League playoffs, but Art with a good job of that. So, Chris, I apologize for thinking.
Yeah, it's not like I did some crack research or anything. It was just Coach Fillion and I were just kind of rapping about the 1A teams, sort of looking down the road at the playoffs, and he mentioned Westinghouse.
Well, if Wilmington plays Westinghouse, that'd be a pretty good story.
That'd be a good thing.
Yes, it would. Yeah. So a team from New Wilmington and a team from Pittsburgh would play in Cumberland Valley. That's a long way off, and hey, we hope that one or multiple of our local teams make it there to that venue for the state championships. But Chris, great job with the updates. Did you give the folks Laurel and Southside Beaver?
I did not. Go ahead.
21-0 Laurel leading Southside Beaver at halftime. That, of course, more so for our Lawrence County SportsNet viewers and listeners tonight. But, of course, Wilmington has a co-op with Laurel in wrestling. So Wilmington guys go down and wrestle for the Spartans. And so certainly connection. And, of course, Laurel's just right down the road as well. Longtime rivals in the Tri-County League. And here, rivals in the Mercer County Athletic Conference, and then into our now region play in District 10 for the last 2 decades. Wilmington and Sharpsville are tied 14 14. Chris and I will take our final break. When we come back, it's the third quarter. Wilmington and Sharpsville locked in a good one on Sports Radio 96.7.
Hello, Shell Restoration. May I help you? Hello?
Oh, I was waiting for the beep or the part that tells me what button.
Nope, I'm a real person.
Great. I've been leaving messages all day to try and compare prices on my roof.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours. Well, that's what we specialize in.
Shell Restoration. There is no roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installed. Call today for a free estimate. 800-663-8103. Or look for Shell Restoration on Facebook.
Score big with a new checking account at Grove City Area Federal Credit Union. At the Grove City Area Federal Credit Union, you get a free checking account that offers no minimum balance, no monthly service fees, and unlimited transactions. Download their mobile app and you can get 24/7 account access and remote deposit. See them at one of their 2 locations in Grove City or online at gcafcu.org. Member NCUA, Equal Housing and Equal Opportunity Lender. Open a checking account now and score 4 tickets to a local high school sports event. Call for details.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's Premium Spring Water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit HermansWater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters. Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
We are back here at Wilmington High School. Thanks to Lock, Stock, and Barrel for sponsoring our halftime update. And Chris, we have an update of sorts regarding next week. Wilmington Carnes City, that was supposed to be here next week, will not be played next week because not a case of somebody ducking or anything. Carnes City had a league game with St. Mary's back in early September, the night, of course, we were at Titusville. We were up there for what seemed like a month of Sundays. The Carnes City St. Mary's game was not finished or not even played or whatever. Bottom line is they have to make it up. It's a league game. They will play that next week. So, league games obviously take precedence. So, unless something changes in the next couple of days, whatever, this is the regular season finale for Wilmington.
Right, which, again, is unfortunate for Wilmington in a way, in that they already had a bye. And then did they play Kennedy, or was that
They played Kennedy.
Okay, that's
but it was,
good. That's good. All right.
But still, that was Kennedy with the way Kennedy's season went. It was it was Wilmington. It was a fairly easy victory.
Scrimmage. Yeah. So again, right? It's so in other words, Kennedy or Wilmington's really going to go into the playoffs playing a couple less games than everybody else. So yeah, pretty amazing, right? Two no games. And then obviously the game against Kennedy, the undermanned Kennedy. So, a
game that was ended up 58-0 with a shortened second half. So here we will not have a shortened second half. We're expecting a really good second half. Wilmington and Sharpsville teams are going through their calisthenics and so forth, getting set for the second half. Sharpsville in the white jerseys, blue numbers and letters, blue pants, white helmets. Wilmington navy tops, navy pants, white numbers and letters outlined in gold. Gold and white trim for Wilmington with the navy helmets, the italicized block W, much like Wisconsin on either side.
They look great. You would love to if you were down on the field. They're like sweaters. They're made of the stuff that like sweaters are made of.
It's going to be sweater weather. You have your quarter zip on tonight.
Yeah, I threw my quarter zip over the old 790 golf shirt, so I'm ready.
Two teams. These are two of the best dressed teams in the area too.
Yeah, there's just both of them.
Block. When I become king, everybody will have block numbers. I know I say that frequently, but you can see the jerseys are sharp. They are classic looking. They are timeless, really. I mean, and the big thing is you can see the numbers. The contrast is good. It's visually appealing, and just the football's been visually appealing too.
Yeah, and you and I always talk about it from like the media standpoint, but how about mom, grandma, girlfriend? They want to see when their guy makes a play, and some of those cute fonts and light fonts that people use. We can't see it, and neither can the people in the stands that want to know who when somebody makes a play that they know.
What we do know right now is Wilmington's going to kick off. Yeah. Hounds won the toss, elected to receive, so Sharpsville had the option, and not surprisingly, the Blue Devils will receive. Wilmington will go left or right on the third quarter towards the high school. That's west to east, so Wilmington will go towards the scoreboard in the fourth quarter. Sharpsville will have that liberty in the third quarter. Ryder Turvo has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Will Vogan and Jaden White deep for Sharpsville back near the 15. And the second half of week number 9 about to get underway. Sharpsville and Wilmington, the 21st all-time meeting. Sharpsville's won the last 2. Wilmington 14-6 all-time edge. Turvo on the run-up puts the right foot into this one. And Vogan goes back to his 11-yard line to field it. Vogan, far side. Vogan to the 30. Vogan to the 35. Vogan past Turvo. Will Vogan to the 35, and Turbo will nudge him out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Will Vogan, a big run back into Wilmington territory, a run back of close to 60 yards.
That was unbelievable. He kind of went right up the gut, got one block, bounced to the outside, and just out-sprinted everybody. Finally, some blue shirts caught up to him, but wow, that was something.
Ball will be marked out of bounds at the 34, a 55-yard run back. And a good thing for the Wilmington Greyhounds that Ryder Turvo finished 10th in the 400 at the District 10 Championships last year. He needed that straight line speed to prevent a touchdown.
Yeah, that was something.
So 11:50 to go, third quarter. It will be Sharpsville moving right to left. Blue Devils, they've not led yet tonight. 3 backs in the tee behind Cadman. And the give is to fullback Gino Curry over the right side. He will spin and then be stacked up. Curry gets a yard, but no more on the first scrimmage play of the second half. It'll be 2nd and 9. Colin Raleigh in there from his defensive tackle spot. Jacob Coulter also will bring up 2nd down and 9. And we're going to have a stoppage as a Sharpsville guy has to fix his shoe. One of the things we talked about before the game, the Sharpsville center, Colton Spangler, with that toe injury. And I believe from what Coach Pick said, a dislocation.
Yeah.
Which
he couldn't. They said he took his shoe off. He couldn't believe it. So they fixed it, put some ice on it, and just as the week went on, he was able to move a little bit. So he's out there on sheer guts.
And having to also try and block the defensive tackles Coulter and Raleigh all night with one good foot. That's he's shown a lot of fortitude out there.
That's for sure.
2nd and 9 at the 33. T backfield behind Cadman. Cadman back to pass. Cadman looking downfield for Pushkar, and it is incomplete. Zahetner, the cornerback, ended up being the closest man to it. It will be 3rd and 9 now at the 33.
I like that play call, though. Yeah, that was the right play call, and they had him. Just gives Zahetner some credit for kind of recovering and ended up blanketing the receiver there by the time the ball finally came down.
Of course, last year Pushkar had the game-winning touchdown in the 49-42 win here. That was the lock, stock, and barrel play of the year last year.
Wow, yeah, nice.
That catch, had he been able to make it, would have put Sharpsville ahead, but instead it falls incomplete, and it is 3rd and 9. Sharpsville 1 of 2 tonight on 3rd down. Pushkar wide left, 3 backs behind Cadman. And the handoff goes to Jaden White. White student body right over the right side to the 30, and he'll be bumped out of bounds by Jamie Miller. White picks up 3. It will be 4th and 6 now at the 30, and Sharpsville likely to go for it.
Yeah, Miller did a nice job kind of riding him out. It looked to me like he was maybe going to be able to get out on the edge and pick up more, but just a 3-yard gain, which when you're talking about Jaden White, that's a victory.
White, 6 carries, 83 yards tonight. Came in with 794 on the season. He's gone over 1,000 scrimmage yards for the season, but he and his teammates need 6 here to keep the drive going. 4th and 6 at the Wilmington 30-yard line. Pushkar wide left. Antonio Miller, the tight end to the right on the short side of the field.
You're trying in outside.
Cadman, long count, and movement from both sides. Maverick Whiting, the defensive end on the near side, pointing at Sharpsville, but was he drawn? Yes, he was. So the first flag of the night on Sharpsville will set the Devils back 5 yards. It's now 4th and 11 at the 35.
Yeah, that's obviously still probably going to go for it on the fact that they're on the 35-yard line, but still, yeah, 4th and 11. That's not exactly a play caller's dream scenario.
Cadman, of course, is the punter, so always perhaps the element of a quick kick here if you want to play field position. But he is in the shotgun, is Cadman, for this 4th and 11. 2 receivers stacked to the left.
Maybe they just don't have a punter.
Curry now motions to the right. Back to pass, Cadman going to throw it downfield, and it is tipped incomplete. Hit Rowan Miller right in the chest. It lands incomplete, and Wilmington will take over on downs. The long kick return by Will Vogan, but Sharpsville cannot cash in. Hounds take over with 10:47 to go in the 3rd.
I don't think he tried to drop that, but it was actually a break for Wilmington that he did because he played great defense, but had the interception, but dropped it. But Wilmington will have better field position than they would have likely had he picked that one off.
1st down and 10 at the 35 for Wilmington. All 4 possessions for Wilmington ended in Sharpsville territory tonight.
Right.
There's a fumble and a turnover on downs. Mastretta in motion, jet sweeper on the right side. Michael Mastretta up here to the 45. Mastretta gets a block from Leonard. Mastretta down to the 35. Mastretta brought down by Cadman inside the 35 at the 32-yard line. Michael Mastretta picks up 33 on Wilmington's first play of the second half.
Yeah, Mastretta able to kind of turn that up, and you said it, great block out there in the open field. Picks up a big 1st down, and Wilmington's offense rolling again here.
Greyhounds 265 rushing yards tonight. They came into tonight averaging 240 per game, which was number 2 in the county, and already have surpassed that with 10-plus minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I mean, again, you have to be frustrated if you're the Wilmington coaches that you've just racked up all these yards. You only have 14 points to show for it.
Mitchell Tree in motion right to left, hand off to Jamie Miller on a trap. Miller to the 25. Miller keeps the legs moving, and he's going to be stacked up and pushed back close to the 1st down marker. He'll pick up about 9.5 yards. As we see Will Vogan from his cornerback spot making the tackle, but Miller picks up 9. It will be 2nd and short for Wilmington.
Miller able to just get off left tackle there and break a tackle, and it's Wilmington running game so terrific. Wasn't able to get all the yard to gain, but puts them in a nice 2nd and short situation.
2nd and short at the 22.5-yard line. Freddie Zahetner wide left, double wing set. Mastretta in motion, gets the toss from Wesley Vascal. Mastretta over the right side of the 20. Mastretta lowers the shoulder. He's down to the 15-yard line. Brennan Huffman brings him down, but Michael Mastretta picks up 8 more. And Wilmington back into the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville.
After starting the season, as we've talked about, 24 of 26 with red zone touchdowns. They got stuffed the last 2 times they were in here. Let's see if they can do something with it this time.
1st and 10 at the 15. Hounds have misfired on their last 2 trips into the red zone. Mastretta wing left, Mitchell Tree wing right next to the tight end, Rowan Miller. Jamie Miller's the fullback. Mitchell Tree in motion, gets a handoff. Jet sweep around the left side. Mitchell Tree upfield to the 10. Mitchell Tree with a stiff arm to the 5. There's a flag down thrown by the head linesman. Mitchell Tree close to the pylon. He'll be about a yard short. Flag thrown by the official on the far side. And it is holding, and it's going to wipe out a 14-yard gain, or at least the bulk of a 14-yard gain for Mitchell Tree.
Mitchell Tree able to break that tackle on his own, and just a little bit of grabbiest out there by the outside blockers, and that's hasn't happened a lot, but it seems like when it has happened to Wilmington, it's been costly.
10-yard penalty back to the 25. It will be 1st and 20 now. 6th flag of the night on the Greyhounds for 50 yards. Ball in the near right hash. Zahetner wide left. Mastretta wing left. Mitchell Tree is a wing to the right. Vascal brings Mastretta in motion, and the handoff comes to Mitchell Tree on a counter, and he'll be dropped immediately. Hayden McFeeters finished him off. Jaden White with the initial hit. It's a loss back to the 27.
Yeah, again, that's the guy you don't want to run into, right? I mean, we've just seen that over and over again with this. There's some guys you can break tackles, you can get away from them. If you run into McFeeters' area, that's a bad neighborhood.
It is. He is a bad man in the middle of the field. Listed at 6 feet 220. I would guess probably he's about 6'1", 235. I mean, he is stout. He's a classic middle linebacker. Second 22, Vascal gives to Miller on a trap. To the 20, Miller to the 15. Miller keeps the legs moving. The pile moves forward down to the 10-yard line. Gain of 17 and a flag at the end of the play. Another flag comes flying in. Miller with a big gain down to the 10. It will be third down and about 6 or 7, depending on the spot, but also now a penalty or penalties to sort out.
Yeah, that's typically what happens there is at the end of a play, guys get tangled up and either start flailing around or they start running their mouth, and so personal fouls, yep.
Dead ball unsportsmanlike on Sharpsville. And that will end up being enough for the first down.
Okay.
As the gain took it to the 10-yard line. It's a half the distance penalty, which is 5 yards. Wilmington needed 5, so it'll be first and goal at the 5-yard line with 7:49 to go, third quarter.
First break it seems like that Wilmington's had in a long time. I thought for a moment there that might be offsetting, but no, they're just going to get Sharpsville, I guess, with kind of, would you say, like pile jumping maybe a little bit?
Well, instead of unsportsmanlike, I don't know. The way the flags came out, somebody must have said something that they should not have said. First and goal at the 5. Miller, the single back behind Vascal. Double wing set. Mitchell Tree to the right and Estrella to the left. Mitchell Tree in motion right to left. Give to Miller over left guard. Jamie Miller takes it in. Touchdown Wilmington. Jamie Miller, his first touchdown of the night. Wilmington back on top, 20-14.
There we go. Got to feel good for Wilmington. It's been a frustrating couple of trips to the red zone, the last 2. But that time they were able to finish off, and the Hounds are back on top.
20-14 with Ryder Turvo on to attempt the extra point. Sehetner will hold. Aiden Boyer is the snapper. Snap a little bit low. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Turvo, 30 for 30 on the season on extra points. Wilmington reclaims the lead, 21-14. We have 7.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Wilmington back on top on Sports Radio 96.7 and Lawrence County SportsNet.
And I expect my insurance to work hard too. That's why I'm with Erie Insurance and my local agent. They offer the service I deserve, the coverage I need, all at a price I can afford.
Your local Erie agent in Hermitage is Reinhardt's Insurance. Get a quote at 724-342-2291 or visit reinhardts.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
The third quarter is brought to you by Warner's Homes and Improvements, making dreams come true since 1958.
Wilmington back on top, a 6-play, 65-yard drive that used 3 minutes and 17 seconds, capped by Jamie Miller's 5-yard touchdown run, his 6th touchdown run of the season, 21-14. And now Sharpsville, which got a big return from Will Vogan to start the second half, awaits the kickoff.
Yeah, just a fast-moving third quarter here as we're down to 7:30 to go here. Wilmington taking that 21-14 lead now. Let's see if Sharpsville can turn the momentum around again like they did after they were down 14-0.
Turvo tees it up at the 40-yard line. Vogan and Jaden White deep for Sharpsville. Vogan's at the 20, White back at the 15. And it's a worm burner down the far hash, picked up by Vogan at the 22. Vogan out to the 35. Vogan hesitates and pile stacks up, and Vogan brought down at the 35-yard line. The Wilmington kick unit downfield, we see Jude Beatty in on the tackle, but Vogan, a decent run back. Sharpsville takes over at its own 35, once again trailing by a touchdown.
Again, just a fast-moving, well-played, enjoyable to watch. Just great aesthetics here in this game. You got the pink lights across and the packed crowd, and just nothing choppy about this game at all so far.
Except for the first 3 plays.
Yeah, that's true. Right after that, we had a little false start there, literally and figuratively, to start the game. But after that, it was good.
First and 10, Sharpsville to 35. T backfield behind Cadman, and they give us to Jaden White over the right side. White will get a yard or 2, runs into Maverick Whiting. Rowan Miller also there. White picks up a yard. It will be 2nd down and 9. Whiting, defensive end, 6 sacks this year for Maverick Whiting.
He's a good player. Yeah, we haven't really mentioned him a whole lot yet tonight, but man, he's just kind of everything you would want in an offensive lineman and kind of a D lineman.
Hard to have many sacks when there have just been 5 total pass attempts tonight.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
although there was one, Brennan Huffman had the strip sack to end a Wilmington scoring threat back in the first half.
Right.
2nd and 9, Cadman under center, 5-man front for Wilmington. Cadman turn, give the fullback Gino Curry. Curry looking for running room, does not find much, just a swarm of Navy jerseys. Cale Kettering, the cornerback, one freshman bringing down another on the far side. Pickup of a yard. It'll be 3rd and 8. Just think about Kettering as a freshman, what he's doing.
Yeah.
Curry for Sharpsville. We saw Dante Evans for Hickory last week at tight end and linebacker. Times have changed as time has gone on. Schools have gotten smaller, but to see these 9th graders out there and playing at such a high level,
it's unbelievable.
They look like juniors and seniors out there.
It is unbelievable, right? Yep.
3rd and 8 at the 37 for Sharpsville. Devils 1 of 3 on 3rd down. Tonight, Cadman in the shotgun, 2 receivers to either side. Cadman back to pass, throwing the ball downfield, and it's caught by Pushkar at midfield. Pushkar on the skinny post picks up the 1st down, a pickup of 13. Mitchelltree brings him down, but Sharpsville picks up its 6th first down of the night.
Yeah, there's Cadman again making a clutch play. Just on that drop back, just an absolute dart across the middle of the field. Pushkar doing a nice job picking up a couple of yards on the forward progress.
Out to the 50, Pushkar with his first catch of the night. And Sharpsville, a new set of downs at midfield. 5:25 to go, clock rolling, 3rd quarter. Wilmington up 21-14. So glad you could spend your Friday evening watching or listening tonight. T backfield behind Cadman. And this time the give will go to White over the left side. Jaden White to the 45. White into the secondary. Jaden White stumbling forward down to the 36. Give him 14 more. Cale Kettering got a piece of him, but Jaden White picks up 14 more. Now 98 yards for the senior.
Yeah, White, I mentioned the Wilmington guys looking like they were on skates. That time Jaden White looked like he was, right?
Yeah, the Wilmington guys look like roller skates there.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Jaden White now 98 yards on 8 carries. This drive started back at the 35-yard line. It's now at the Wilmington 36. Pushkar wide left, ball in the middle of the field. Antonio Miller tight end to the left. Next to Micaiah Lindsay, who's playing left tackle tonight. Roman Massey on the right side. 3 backs in a T. The give is to White. Power off tackle to the right side, and White gets a yard, but that is it. Clark's his dad, played at Waynesburg back in the day. Colin Raleigh on the tackle. I knew I would do that. I was cognizant of it, and I didn't. But
it's all right. It's been
looking like the old man there making that play. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah. I was gonna say he's not gonna mind that comparison.
So 2nd down and 9 after that 1-yard pickup for Jaden White. Sharpsville, by the way, will play Punxsutawney next Saturday. I believe kickoff is 5 p.m. for that game at McCracken Field.
Okay, get the Chucks home at a reasonable hour.
2nd and 9 at the 35. T backfield, and this time they give us to McFeeters. McFeeters trying to get around left end, breaks 1 tackle, stumbling forward. McFeeters lowers the shoulder, takes 5 men to bring him down.
Yeah.
And he turned what looked like a minimal gain into about 4. Cale Kettering in on the stop along with 56 for Wilmington. That they're 55, excuse me, that's Whiting on the stop. But McFeeters, a tough run, picks up 4.
One of my best buddies that I talk football with all the time coaches junior high football. And he just talked so much about how hard it is to get kids to want to hit. That's not been a problem in this game.
Double tight set. Cadman alone in the shotgun. 2 receivers left. White on the slide inside of Pushkar. Curry wide right. Cadman, quarterback, run up the middle. Cadman to the 20. Cadman to the 15. Getting help from his center, Colton Spangler. The big guy rumbling downfield helps his quarterback pick up a few more yards. 17 yards for Cadman on the quarterback run. 1st and 10 at the 14. Sharpsville back into the McCandless Ford red zone.
I mean, Cadman, nobody really thinks of him as a dual threat. He's got a nice arm. He can certainly do some athletic things, and he's a great kind of guy at managing games and making reads. But that time showing some really good speed and some good savvy and patience there on that big run.
Picks up 17 yards to the 14. 1st and 10, Sharpsville. Blue Devils looking to tie. 8th play of the drive upcoming. T backfield. They give us to Curry over left guard. Curry crashes into the line and then is going to be driven back. They get some help as the pile pushes forward to the 11. Went forward, went back, and then the third effort, he'll pick up another yard or two. Gino Curry into the middle of the line. 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line as we are approaching the 2-minute mark in the third quarter. Wilmington on top 21-14, but Sharpsville a golden opportunity here.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Just a really impressive answer for this Sharpsville offense after Wilmington scored to go up by this touchdown lead that they have.
A drive that has used over 5 minutes of clock. Yeah. Miller tight left, Pushkar wide right, out the numbers on the short side of the field. McFeeters, Curry, and White right to left in the backfield in a T. And they give us to Curry again over left guard. Curry hit, keeps the legs moving, and he will fight forward to about the 8-yard line. Jacob Coulter and Colin Raleigh, the defensive tackles, combine on the stop. Curry, a hard-earned 3 to the 8. 3rd and 4 now upcoming for Sharpsville with a minute and a half to go in quarter number 3.
Yeah, good little push there that time by the Sharpsville offensive line, but Wilmington able to hold it up and not give him the yard to gain to pick up a first down, but still obvious 4-down territory, so 2 plays to pick up 4 yards for the Blue Devils.
Curry flanker right, McFeeters tight right, Miller tight left. Jaden White and Pushkar flankers to the left. Cadman alone in the shotgun. 3rd and 4. And movement and flags thrown. Looked like Wilmington, one of the defensive linemen moved forward, but he can do that as long as he doesn't go to the neutral zone.
And as soon as he did, the Sharpsville, that side of the Sharpsville line moved.
Officials will get together and what will be the determination? 1:03 to go in the third. It will either be 3rd and short or 3rd and 9. And the Blue Devils are walking backwards.
You can see Cadman's reaction, kind of the big stomp when that happened. So you knew probably he knew one of his linemen went.
And he's not somebody, we've watched him in basketball and of course football. He's not a real demonstrative
he's
young man.
even keeled. He recognized the gravity of that play. That was a big play. And to go from being a very manageable 3rd and 4 with essentially 2 plays to pick up 4 yards. Now it's 3rd and 9. So you got to make something happen here to make it 4th and short or better.
Piccirilli, by the way, Ryland Piccirilli, the kicker, 30-yard field goal last year against Slippery Rock, has not kicked one this year. It would be 30 yards from here, depending on how things shake out on this 3rd down play. Clock rolling, under 45 seconds to go. Play clock at 6. Down to 4 seconds. 2 receivers to either side. They get the snap off. Cadman looking. Cadman in the pocket. Steps up. He's going to run. And Cadman brought down at the 11. Scrambled forward for a couple of yards. Maverick Whiting brings them down. It'll be 4th and 7 at the 11. Down to 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Sharpsville does not have to run a play. And the Blue Devils are not going to run a play. What will they do on 4th and 7 at the 11? We'll find out when we come back. We've played 3 quarters tonight in New Wilmington. Wilmington Greyhounds lead Sharpsville 21-14. Chris and I will come back with the 4th quarter after this on Sports Radio 96.7, Sports Radio 96.7 Facebook, and Lawrence County SportsNet. Sharpsville. and the field goal unit has come out. Ryland Piccarelli, who's not attempted a field goal this year, will attempt one from 28 yards. It is straight on. The ball's in the middle of the field, so it is essentially 8-9 yards longer than an extra point. Certainly not an easy decision to make.
No, not at all. But yeah, I mean, I think this is certainly the right decision based on kind of the situation and how Wilmington's defense is playing.
Logan Kent will hold. McFeeters will snap. Snap is good. Hold is good. Piccarelli's field goal on the way. The kick is up, and it is good. A 28-yard field goal for Ryland Piccarelli 5 seconds into the fourth quarter. His first three-pointer of the season makes it 21-17. Blue Devils an 11-play, 54-yard drive. It uses 7.5 minutes. Blue Devils get 3. They would have liked 7.
Yeah, they sure would have liked 7, but still a great job by Piccarelli and a good execution by the kick team. And Sharpsville gets points out of that.
21-17. Chris, do you have any updates for us while we have a moment?
Nothing new kind of rolling across the ticker. Let's see what's going on in that game on 790.
While Chris does that, we can remind everybody that after the game, we'll have the lock, stock, and barrel play of the game and the Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game here in our postgame. And later tonight, Art Shannon, Aaron Byro, Darren Steele will have the Warner's Homes and Improvements 5th quarter scoreboard show. That'll be until 11 o'clock tonight. They'll have all the scores. We'll talk about tonight's games. Maybe some playoff talk as well. That's Aaron, Darren, and Art until 11 o'clock, the Warner's Homes and Improvements 5th quarter scoreboard show.
Yeah, Sharon, Titusville, tightening that up a little bit. It's now 36-16. So what looked like kind of another rout for the Tigers. Titusville hanging in there, 36-16 in that one. Conneaut 18, Grove City nothing. So that dinged up Grove City team struggling tonight against an improved Conneaut team.
Piccarelli, the kickoff, has it teed up in the middle of the field. Sends a spinner downfield. It bounces, and it's fielded on the hop at the 20-yard line by Freddie Zahetner. Upfield to the 35, Zahetner to the 45. He's in midfield. Zahetner to the 40. A touchdown-saving tackle made from behind by Gavin Akins, but Freddie Zahetner, another big run back, and Wilmington begins this drive inside the Sharpsville 40.
Zahetner something, isn't he? Wow. Kettering got the big touchdown return against that Northern Redford team.
Yes.
They're dangerous.
Wilmington begins this drive at the Sharpsville 49. Best starting field position of the night for the Greyhounds. Leading 21-17 with 11:47 to go in the fourth quarter. Kettering in motion from right to left. Give to Jamie Miller on a trap. Ball's loose. Miller never got the handoff, but he was able to come up with the fumble recovery, however. We saw him even pointed by. It looked like maybe Vascal put it a little bit too high in his chest. Either way, Greyhounds keep it. They get a yard out of the play.
Yeah, that was almost a disaster as Wilmington here with a really good opportunity to maybe use up some of this clock and put more points on the board. But yeah, I like Vascal doing that. See, coming off the field, looking at his coach, and he kind of tapped himself on the chest like, yeah, that was me. That was a bad handoff. 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line. Miller, by the way, is over 100 yards tonight. He has 109 on 14 carries. Mitchell Tree, 110 yards on 14 carries. This time the give to Cale Kettering on a jet sweeper on the left side. Heads upfield, and then is buried right at the 38. Hayden McFeeters pancakes him to the turf. Kettering picks up a tough yard. It's 3rd and 8 now at the 37-yard line. Can we please run away from number 0? Man, yeah.
Gain of a yard at the 37. Wilmington tonight is 2 of 5 on 3rd down. 10.5 minutes to go in the fourth. Wilmington led 14-0 early. Sharpsville rallied to tie it 14 all at the half. Each team has scored once in the second half. Wilmington a third quarter touchdown. Sharpsville a field goal early in the fourth. Mitchell Tree in motion left to right. Give to Jamie Miller on a trap up the middle. And he breaks one tackle. Miller keeps the legs moving inside the 30. He's going to have the first down. Jamie Miller, he was wrapped up shy of the first down marker. Got away from Brian White, and Jamie Miller converts on 3rd and 8.
Yeah, Miller has just been awesome here kind of down the stretch of the first half and into the second half. Yeah, he was a little bit kind of underused for his usual the first couple of possessions, but since then, he's been awesome for the Hounds.
Pickup of 10 yards, 1st and 10 now at the 27-yard line. Zahetner goes wide left, Rowan Miller tight to the right, Kettering wing right, Mitchell-Tree wing left. Jamie Miller, the fullback, turned by Vascal, pitch to Mitchell-Tree. Mitchell-Tree outside to the 15, Mitchell-Tree to the 10, Chase Mitchell-Tree to the 5, he's in, touchdown Wilmington! Chase Mitchell-Tree, his second touchdown of the night, a 27-yard sprint, makes it 27-17 with 9:35 to go.
He is electrifying when he gets out into the open field. That time made a guy miss and then bounced out to the edge, and just nobody could get the angle on him. Beats everybody into the corner of the end zone.
4 plays, 39 yards, used 212. Zahetner's big run back setting it up. Now Ryder Turbo on to attempt the extra point. Zahetner will hold. Boyer to snap. Snap is high. It's down. The kick is up. It might have been tipped. No, it wasn't, because the flag comes out. It went over the crossbar. It's good, and there's a flag as the kicker Turbo was contacted. Or let's see, that the referee is conferring with the officials to see if it's tipped or not, and it was. So the kick was good. It was tipped. So no roughing or running into the kicker. Either way, the point is good. It's 28-17 with 9:35 to go. We'll come back with the Wilmington kickoff after this on Sports Radio 96.7 and Lawrence County SportsNet. Wilmington reclaiming a 2-possession lead on Chase Mitchell-Tree's 27-yard touchdown run, his second score of the night. Wilmington on top 28-17, 9:35 to go, along with Chris Birch, Ryan Briggs with you tonight. Art Shannon back in the studio producing our game. Thanks to the folks from Lawrence County SportsNet for all their help bringing the video to you on YouTube as well as on Facebook.
Yeah, it's always nice to be kind of partnered up with them, and we have a chance to do that sometimes when we get these Wilmington games.
James Dotson, the proprietor of that, he has his outstanding crew here tonight, working the game and doing a great job. Ryder Turbo to kick off, has it teed up at the 40, sends a swimmer down the near hash mark, fielded on the hop by Vogan at the 25. Vogan to the 35, Will Vogan keeps the legs turning. Evan Richardson, senior linebacker, only senior dressed tonight for Wilmington, with Aiden Gardner sidelined due to injury. Vogan, a decent run back to the 37. That's where Sharpsville puts it in play, now trailing by 11.
Yeah, again, Sharpsville, it's not dire straits yet, but 9:29 to go here in this football game. Down by 11 points, so obviously can't mess around too much here, because Wilmington can certainly put together a long drive and make it tough to get 2 possessions.
1st and 10, Sharpsville moving left to right. Pushkar wide left. Jaden White will be a slot man to the left. Cadman in the shotgun. Double tight sit up as well. Both men to the left on the wide side, off the line of scrimmage. Cadman back to pass. He's hit, gets away from Whiting. Cadman now scrambling. Cadman heading upfield, and Cadman will pick up a couple of yards. Cale Kettering brings him down. Cadman, he was squarely in the sights of Whiting and somehow got away.
Oh, man. Yeah, I have a vivid memory of busting through the line when I was in 6th grade, hitting the 8th grade quarterback and bouncing off just like that. I was surprised that I got that open, and then that's exactly what happened to Whiting there, is he just kind of, wow, I'm right here on top of him. But somehow Cadman able to bounce off of him.
Gain of 2 will be 2nd and 8 at the 39. Cadman just getting to the huddle now. Play clock is down to 8 seconds.
Yeah.
Sharpsville has 3 timeouts. So does Wilmington. Sharpsville's going to have to use one. 2 seconds, 1, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, they didn't get it, right? They didn't get the timeout, yeah.
Be a 5-yard mark off, fourth flag of the night for 20 yards against Sharpsville, the delay of game. And of course, Cadman was tackled on the near side, had to go all the way to 53 yards to the other side to get the play call.
Yeah, that wasn't great management there, was it?
5-yard mark off back to the 34. It will be second down and 13 for Sharpsville. And the clock winding as well. 8.5 minutes to go in the fourth. Don't forget, after the game, whether Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game and the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Game. Pushkar wide left, White slot left. McFeeters and Miller come to the near side. McFeeters on the line of scrimmage, Miller in the slot. Curry the single back. Cadman gets the shotgun snap. Back to pass under pressure, and Cam Kettering will bring him down. Kettering's third sack of the season. Cadman got away from Whiting on the last play. Kettering says not so fast.
5'11", 175-pound freshman Cam Kettering making his presence felt. And you mentioned it earlier, a freshman playing varsity football. That's you know, back 25, 30 years ago, that was unimaginable, right? I mean, it's just incredible how many good freshmen, you know, we've seen. And certainly this year, there's a glut of them, as you mentioned some of the names.
Kettering's third sack of the season. It will be 3rd and 20 now for Sharpsville back at the 27-yard line. Of course, you know, enrollment and demographic changes contributing to that too.
Sure.
They're also good players. 3rd and 20, Cadman back to pass. Cadman stepping up. Cadman throwing the ball downfield, looking for Pushkar, and incomplete. That one floated on him. Pushkar got behind the defense.
It almost ended up being the play of the year again, as the ball was tipped or looked tipped. It was a floater, if anything, and somehow Pushkar got behind it and almost got under that ball.
There you go.
4th down, and the punt team will come out. And Cadman will punt it away. He has one punt tonight. It was a 37-yarder. That's the only punt we've had tonight.
The quarterback out to punt.
Wilmington lined up the punt, but then went for it and got it back in the first quarter. Cadman, of course, is the quarterback. He's only about 9 yards deep. Gets the snap, rolling to his right, looking, and now he will punt it. Sends a side spinner downfield, hits the 30. The 25, it's going to take a big Sharpsville roll. Hayden McFeeters, the long snapper, watches it run out of steam at the Wilmington 16. 57-yard punt. Wilmington will be pinned deep in its own end with 7:06 to go. But the Greyhounds have a 28-17 lead here at home.
It's almost an option punt, isn't it? It looked like he was kind of rolling out and reading to see if he had a chance there. And then, all right, able to get his foot into it.
And the rugby punt.
Yeah, it's not easy, right? You got to be a heck of an athlete to make that play.
You are listening to Sports Radio 96.7 WLLF, Mercer Hermitage, a Cumulus media station. High school football tonight, week number 9, the Region 1 finale for both teams. Regular season finale for Wilmington. The Hounds are up 11 with possession, 7:06 to go, but taking over at Wilmington's 16-yard line. Zahetner wide left, double wing set. Wesley Vascal, quarterback, brings the man in motion, fumbled the snap, is able to pitch it back to Mitchelltree. Mitchelltree up forward to the 30-yard line. Brennan Huffman brings him down. Mitchelltree picks up 14, and that's how to get out of a hole.
That's for sure. It's around 40 yards on the last 2 carries combined for Mitchelltree. He's been something tonight.
Mitchelltree now 151 yards tonight. His season high 157 back in the season opener. That victory over Greenville. Greenville hasn't lost since.
How about that? Yeah, Greenville has had just an unbelievable season. One of the stories of the year in Mercer County football.
These teams certainly could play again in the playoffs, both dropping to 1A this year. Can't overlook Cambridge Springs. You have Eisenhower factoring in Lakeview. Reynolds. 1st and 10 at the 30. Turn, toss goes to Mitchelltree again, cuts back over right guard. Caleb Conkar, the outside linebacker, drags him down, but Mitchelltree 8 more out to the 38 now. A season high 159 yards for the sophomore Chase Mitchelltree.
Yeah, he's just, it's one of those things. Yeah, he has 159 yards and he's been a star tonight, but he's also just kind of given this team exactly what they need when they need it, as far as some of these runs.
2nd and 2 now at the 38-yard line. Under 6 minutes to go. Wilmington in no hurry.
Yeah. It's like when somebody scores like 29 points in a basketball game and doesn't force a shot. It's kind of like that. night.
Mistretta, wing left, Mitchell Tree, wing right. Jamie Miller, the fullback, and the give is to Miller up the middle. Miller to the 45, Miller into the open. Jamie Miller gets a block from Zahetner. Miller to the 35. Miller finally brought down by Pushkar at the 25-yard line. Jamie Miller, 37 yards. Miller, now 156 yards tonight.
They're just trying to one-up each other here as this fourth quarter moves along.
Wilmington with an even 400 yards rushing tonight. First and 10 at the 25, the 22nd first down of the night for the Greyhounds. First and 10 at the 25 on the near left hash mark. Zahetner wide left, Mistretta is a wing to the left, Mitchell Tree to the right, next to the tight end Rowan Miller. Vascal comes under center. Mitchell Tree in motion, turn toss to Mitchell Tree. Mitchell Tree upfield to the 20, keeps the legs moving, and he'll carry Brennan Huffman with him for another yard or two. 7 more for Chase Mitchell Tree, as Wilmington has made another foray into the McCandless Ford red zone. McCandless Ford, Mercer, and Meadville.
Wilmington is good at getting there and good at scoring once they get there, that's for sure.
Well, they did have a couple of rare red zone mishaps in the first half.
Matching their season total of misses.
They were 22 of 24 coming in, scored on the first 2 and then missed on 2, but chance here to more or less put away this one. 4:19 to go, clock turning. Play clock at 4, Vascal comes under center. Brings Mitchell Tree in motion, give to Miller on a trap. Miller into the middle of the line, and there is no room at all. Jaden White, Jordan White in there on the tackle. Also Roman Massey helping to plug the middle. Officially no gain for Jamie Miller. Bringing up 3rd and 3 now at the Sharpsville 18. Wilmington 3 of 6 on 3rd down tonight.
Nice job by the Sharpsville defensive line, just kind of walling up there.
3rd and 3. As the clock down to 3:40. Each team with all 3 of its timeouts remaining. Vascal just staring at the play clock. Now relays the play to the offensive huddle. Zahetner deploys wide left on the short side of the field, outside the numbers near the boundary. Mitchell Tree in motion, turn toss to Mitchell Tree. Chase Mitchell Tree into the middle of the line, keeps the pile moving. He'll pick up the first down to the 12-yard line. Another 3rd down conversion and 6 more yards added to the ledger of Chase Mitchell Tree.
Yeah, it didn't look like there was much there. It looked like the Sharpsville defensive line had walled up again, but Mitchell Tree just kind of kept picking and able to make something happen.
First and 10 now at the 12.
Yeah, they got first down.
What a job by that offensive line tonight. Aiden Boyer at center, the guards Maverick Whiting and Danny Leonard, Jacob Coulter and Colin Raleigh, the tackles, Rowan Miller at tight end. 413 rushing yards tonight for Wilmington.
Just unbelievable night.
Double wing set, Mitchell Tree in motion, gets a handoff on a jet sweeper on the left side, a lot of room. Chase Mitchell Tree takes it in, touchdown. A hat trick for Chase Mitchell Tree. 2:38 to go, and the Wilmington Greyhounds are going to close the regular season with a victory.
Yeah, Mitchell Tree just once again, he's the master at kind of just getting downhill and getting to the line of scrimmage, going full speed, and then he's just able to find a spot, bounce to the outside, and then nobody can catch him.
Turvo to attempt the extra point. Zahetner to hold. Snap was good. Kick on the way. It is up, hits the upright, and it is no good.
Look at it's like an earthquake.
The first miss of the season for Ryder Turvo. Keeps the score at 34-17, matching Turvo's jersey. We have 2:38 to go in this one. We'll have the Wilmington kickoff when we come back. You're listening to High School Football on Sports Radio 96.7. Welcome back to Wilmington High School. Ryan Briggs and Chris Birch with you tonight on Sports Radio 96.7. The Wilmington Greyhounds, a strong fourth quarter, a couple of touchdown runs from Chase Mitchelltree to open up now a 34-17 lead with 2:38 to go.
Yeah, and you just got the sense, didn't you? I mean, yeah, Wilmington made a couple mistakes. Sharpsville put together a couple of nice drives, made it 14-14. But you just got the sense that this Wilmington offense was going to be awfully tough to outscore, and that's just kind of exactly how it's played out.
Ryder Turvo to kick off, has it on the X in the middle of the field at the 40. Will Vogan and Jaden White deep for Sharpsville. Turvo, junior kicker, the righty, puts the foot into this one, sends it downfield, and Vogan will field it back at his 16-yard line. Vogan, numbers on the near side, bounces off his blocker Logan Kent, and then Michael Mastretta downfield to bring Vogan to the turf at the 26-yard line. And Sharpsville takes over at the 26. Blue Devils have all 3 timeouts left.
Yeah, Mastretta there got kind of run through by his own guy, which brought him into the tackle. And lucky he didn't get injured there.
Sharpsville will take over, moving left to right. Blue Devils in Class 2A. You have to think probably would be the number 2 seed in 2A. Farrell being number 1. Either way, likely Sharpsville Mercyhurst prep matchup.
Yeah, that's a good matchup.
Split backs with McFeeters as a wing to the left. Cadman turn, give to Jaden White. White over the left side. Jaden White to the 30. White gets outside of Cale Kettering. Kettering gets a hold of him, however, and will bring him down. After a pickup of about 6. White went down a little bit awkwardly, but able to get up after a pickup of 6 up, puts White over 100 yards tonight, 105 yards now for Jaden White.
Went down awkwardly and kind of went down fast. You know, sometimes when guys get hurt, they just go down like, it was just a good tackle. That's what made him go down so fast.
White now 899 rushing yards this year. He was all region last year. His pass catching and running last year. Done more of the running than receiving this year, but having a great senior year. Second and 4s. We're under 2 minutes to go. McFeeters wing right next to the tight end, Antonio Miller. Cadman under center. Turn, and the give is to Gino Curry on a trap play. He's hit by Cam Kettering. Danny Leonard in there also. Curry gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no further. And it will be 3rd down and 4 now for Sharpsville.
Getting under 1:30 to go here. Clock still moving.
Sharpsville with the timeouts, but at this juncture, you know, Blue Devils, there's a lot of football yet to be played for Sharpsville.
Yes.
It's going to be a tough out in the playoffs. And again, Farrell game last week, that was an even game for half. The injuries.
Yeah. No, if anything, Sharpsville should take from that they'll have a shot in a rematch with them.
Down to a minute to go. I think Cadman's just going to take a knee here on this 3rd down play. And he will, and those things, it's why take a chance.
We talk
with your
about
team.
Player safety,
yes,
right? And this is Coach Piccarelli, the 29th year coach, putting player safety ahead of everything else here. I love it.
34-17 with now under a minute to go. It's 4th down. Sharpsville will have to snap it once, and then presumably Wilmington would have to take a snap, and we'd expect to see a similar type play from Wilmington.
You better. That Thanksgiving dinner awkward.
Brandon Fillion would be sitting by himself if he did anything out of the order. And Pushkar takes a knee with 15 seconds to go. Now the Wilmington offense will try it out, presumably for one final play. Aiden Boyer, the center. He's one of the few guys that doesn't go both ways. He was sprinting out there. He's like, all right, one more play tonight.
10
after 9, Briggsy. It was about the middle of the second quarter, it seemed like last week at 10 after 9.
This was, and no knock on last week. It was what it was.
It was what it was, right? It wasn't anyone's fault. Yeah.
This was a lot more fun to call. I'll be perfectly honest. Ball spotted at the 27. And now Vascal will return the favor and take a knee, and that will do it. The Wilmington Greyhounds will close the regular season with a 6-2 mark. Sharpsville drops to 6-3. Wilmington will also be the runner-up in the region and the top 1A team with a 4-1 league record. Your final score tonight here at Wilmington, 34-17. Chris and I will be back with a full post-game recap on Sports Radio 96.7.
Nope, I'm a real person.
Okay.
Well, we can have one of our project managers call you to set up an appointment within an hour and be at your house for an estimate within 24 hours. Well, that's what we specialize in.
Sure Restoration. Here is number one roofing, siding, windows, and gutter installer. Call today for a free estimate. 800-663-8103. Or look for Sharpsville Restoration on Facebook.
Are you or a loved one looking for a senior living residence offering independent living and personal care? Then the Heritage of St. Paul's Senior Living Community in Greenville is right for you. The Heritage offers private apartments that provide the comforts of home with as little or as much personal care as you need. St. Paul's makes it easy to feel at home. Call 724-588-7610 or visit stpauls1867.org today for more information or to schedule a tour.
Or visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose. Brought to you by the Heritage PA Rotary Club and Mercer County Opioid Settlement Fund.
Fifth quarter show is brought to you by Greyhounds Insurance. Insurance solutions to help you accomplish your goals. And now, proud sponsors of the Player of the Game.
We will have the play of the game brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel, as well as the Reinhardt's Insurance Player of the Game coming up in our final post-game segment. Just to let everybody know, we're going to have two segments here. Segment one, we will give you the recap, scoring stats, etc. Segment two will be our post-game awards, and then we will join News Talk 790 WPIC. They have the Sharon and Titusville game still in the third quarter there. Mark and Bob are at Tiger Stadium, so we will join them for the duration of that one. Here tonight, 34-17, Wilmington pulls away from Sharpsville. Entertaining game, Wilmington. It's the first time we got to see Wilmington in person. Yeah. This is they're going to be a tough out in Class 1A in these District 10 playoffs that start in a couple of
There's
weeks.
something special about this team. You know, that's Coach Fillion and I talked about a little bit that off air. Just when we were kind of down there catching up. There's just something about this team. They just have there's a lot of team speed. There's a lot of team chemistry. Good skill guys, some good linemen. This team might have something special brewing here.
Scoring recap in this one. Wilmington went up 7-0. Chase Mitchelltree, a 7-yard run at the 9:22 mark of the first quarter. Made it 7-0, capping an 8-play, 65-yard drive. He used 2:38. 3:36 mark of the first quarter. Cale Kettering, an 18-yard run, capping a 7-play, 55-yard drive. Made it 14-0 after Ryder Turbo's PAT. Sharpsville scored the next two touchdowns. However, Jaden White, a 57-yard run with 1:25 to go in the first quarter. Rylan Piccarilli's PAT cut it to 14-7. And then after Wilmington turned it over, a strip sack by Brennan Huffman, Brian White's recovery and return to the 45. 6 plays later, Gino Curry scored from 1 yard out with 6:10 to go in the half. 6-play, 55-yard drive. Piccarilli's PAT tied the game at 14. However, Wilmington able to put up 3 second-half touchdowns to pull away. 7:30 to go in the third. Jamie Miller, a 5-yard touchdown run, capping a 6-play, 65-yard drive, 21-14. Sharpsville drove into Wilmington territory, deep into Wilmington territory late in the third. Blue Devils had 4th down and 7 to start the fourth quarter. They go for 3. Rylan Piccarelli kicks a 28-yard field goal. That made it 21-17, his first field goal of the season. But Wilmington able to answer. Chase Mitchell-Tree, a 27-yard run, 4-play, 39-yard drive after a long kick return by Freddie Zahetner set up the short drive. It was 28-17. The Mitchell-Tree scores from 12 yards out with 2:38 to go. Extra point, no good, 34-17 your final. Looking at the stats, Wilmington tonight, 425 rushing yards, 14 passing yards, 439 yards on 50 plays, and 24 first downs tonight for Wilmington. For Sharpsville, 185 rushing yards, 14 pass yards, 199 yards on 35 plays. Sharpsville, 8 first downs. Individually, for Wilmington, quarterback Wesley Vascal, 1 of 2 for 14 yards. It was a 14-yard completion to Chase Mitchell-Tree. Mitchell-Tree, 20 carries, 184 yards, 3 touchdowns tonight. Jamie Miller, 17 carries, 156 yards and a score. Michael Mastretta, 4 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown. Cale Kettering ran 4 times for 28 yards and a score. And Ryder Turbo ended up with 8 rushing yards after a bad snap on a field goal attempt. On the Sharpsville side, quarterback Aiden Cadman, 2 of 5 for 14 yards. Aiden Pushkar had a 13-yard catch. Jaden White had a 1-yard catch. White, 10 carries, 105 yards and a touchdown. Gino Curry, 10 carries, 35 yards and a score. Hayden McFeeters ran twice for 27 yards. Cadman, 6 carries for 18 yards. Other numbers of note, 1 turnover in the game. That was by Wilmington. Brennan Huffman with the strip sack recovered by Brian White. So he and Jaden White both with sacks for Sharpsville. Cam Kettering, a sack on the Wilmington side. Wilmington 6 penalties, 50 yards. Sharpsville 4 flags for 20 yards. Time of possession, Wilmington a 5-minute edge, 26-30 to 21-30. Wilmington wins at 34-17. We'll take our final break. Come back with the Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game and the Reinhardt's Insurance player of the game on Sports Radio 96.7.
With lightning fast turnaround. Plus, their marketing solutions will take you to the next level. Elevate your image and stand out from the competition. Experience excellence in printing and marketing at Minuteman Press today. Minuteman Press, 3170 East State Street in Hermitage. Online at hermitage.minutemanpress.com. Follow them on Facebook. Mention this ad and receive 10% off your first order.
Stay refreshed and hydrated with Herman's Water, your go-to bottled water choice in the Valley since 1908. Herman's Premium Spring Water is sourced from nature's purest springs, delivering a crisp taste that quenches your thirst. Say goodbye to dehydration and hello to hydration. Visit HermansWater.com to order your supply today that can deliver to your home or office for free. Ask about our new customer offer of 1 month free rental and 2 free bottles. Herman's Water, when taste matters.
Vay's Pub and Grill is proud to award the September 2024 Mercer County Team of the Month. Vay's is proud to announce that Grove City Girls Soccer is the September Mercer County Team of the Month. Congratulations to Grove City coach Darcy Holmes and her outstanding soccer team as they are the September Vay's Pub and Grill Mercer County Team of the Month. For more information, go to Vay'sPubandGrill.com.
A community is more than just houses, buildings, and streets. It's the people who live, work, and contribute to making life for themselves and the people around them better. Attorney Bill Motor believes in the young people who are this community's future. Attorney Bill Motor would like to say good luck, good health, and best wishes to all the players, coaches, band members, and cheerleaders in today's game and throughout the season. Attorney Bill Motor, 2500 Highland Road, Hermitage.
Fifth Quarter Show is brought to you by Reinhardt's Insurance. Insurance solutions to help you accomplish your goals. And now, proud sponsors of the player of the game.
Back here one final time tonight at Wilmington High School. Ryan Briggs and Chris Birch with you. 34-17 Wilmington, the victory over Sharpsville. Wilmington concludes the regular season at 6-2. Sharpsville now 6-3. Blue Devils will host Punxsutawney next Saturday, 5 p.m. at McCracken Field. Chris, it's time for the Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game. And interesting night. There were a lot of significant plays in the game, but none that necessarily jumped out right away. But really the play that kind of put it away will be ending up our lock, stock, and barrel play of the game. Chase Mitchelltree, 27-yard touchdown run with 9:35 to go, capping a 4-play, 39-yard drive set up by Freddie Zehetner's kick return. That was a big play, too. Mitchelltree puts the punctuation mark on it, and that's the play of the game brought to you by Lock, Stock, and Barrel.
I mean, let's be honest, probably the 4 or 5 plays of the game that we were looking at, candidates, a lot of them were Mitchelltree, right? And that just that one like sort of encapsulates what he did tonight. He bounces out, he makes big plays, and that time he just kind of sniffed out the end zone and found it. That was a big play, and like you said, that was the one that really put it away for the Greyhounds.
Tonight's Lock, Stock, and Barrel play of the game is Chase Mitchelltree's 27-yard touchdown run with 9:35 to go. That gave Wilmington a 28-17 lead. That play will now be entered into the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Year competition. At the end of the season, we will recognize one of our Lock, Stock, and Barrel plays of the game as the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the Year. So congratulations to Chase Mitchelltree. His 27-yard touchdown run around right end is the Lock, Stock, and Barrel Play of the game. And now for the Reinhardt's and Shorts Player of the Game, or in this case, we're going to double up. It's the league finale, regular season finale for Wilmington. Not something we do too often, but tonight, with the baseball playoffs going on, you think back to the New York Yankees, the M&M boys of 60 years ago, Mantle and Maris. Tonight, the M&M boys for Wilmington, Miller and Mitchelltree. Jamie Miller and Chase Mitchelltree, they are our co-players of the game. Brought to you by Reinhardt's and Shorts. Mitchelltree, 184 yards, 3 touchdowns on 20 carries, also a 14-yard catch, 198 scrimmage yards tonight. Jamie Miller, 17 carries, 156 and a touchdown, and a number of plays defensively as well from his linebacker spot. Those two guys, if you have 2 backs like that, you have, as our friend George Abraham says, if you have horses, you let them run. I'll take those 2 thoroughbreds of my team any night.
No question about it. That's there's no doubt. Mitchelltree was just awesome. He got those first 2 drives going, and then Miller kind of grounded out, and it was just kind of the guy that killed the clock in the second half. And like you said, Miller was also awesome on defense.
They combined for 340 rushing yards between them. Of course, the offensive line, Coulter, Whiting, Boyer, Leonard, Raleigh, Rowan Miller, at tight end, his work, the guys blocking for each other, Estrella and Kettering, the other halfback spot, all those guys contributing. And Mitchelltree and Miller are Reinhardt's and Shorts players of the game, brought to you by Reinhardt's and Shorts. Both of those young men have received customized t-shirts, courtesy of 2 J's and a B, screen printing and gifts located on East State Street in Hermitage. And congratulations to Chase Mitchelltree and Jamie Miller, Reinhardt's and Shorts players of the game. Wilmington, a 34-17 victory. Chris, a final thought?
Oh, yeah, just an awesome night. Maybe one of the more enjoyable games that we called all year. And, just a great way to kind of wrap it up for a lot of the teams. We will have some Week 10 games, and then it's the playoffs. They get cranked up. It's the best time of the year. Looking forward to all that.
34-17 the final, as we want to thank the folks here at Wilmington, Mike Copper, J.R. McFarland, Principal Hathaway, everybody for all of their help here. Our friends from Lawrence County SportsNet, Michael Greco, Leah Leah Verdi, and Jacob Walzer. So Michael, Leah, Jacob, great job tonight. They got things going right at kickoff and did a great job. Always fun to work with the Lawrence County SportsNet. Of course, James Dotson supervising them, and he sent a great crew here to Wilmington. Great job, guys. Back to the studio, the People's Champ, Art Shannon, producing our game on Sports Radio 96.7 and doing an outstanding job as always. Chris, well, I don't know if we'll have a game next week or not, depending on how the schedule shakes out, but if this is the last regular season game, we went out with a good one.
Yeah, we went out with a great one, and we'll get the vocal cords rested up if we need to with the week off, and get ready to go for the playoffs. Lots of good teams this year. It's kind of exciting. Some years we kind of, I don't know who can win a game or 2. Lots of people can win a game or 2 this year, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Right now we're going to send you up the road to Sharon Tiger Stadium. Sharon and Titusville, late 3rd quarter in that one. Mark Slazak and Bob Greenberg have the call here on Sports Radio, they're on 790 WPIC. We will join them for the simulcast. For Chris Birch, Ryan Briggs, Lawrence County SportsNet, Art Shannon. This is Ryan Briggs saying good night from New Wilmington. We're here at Wilmington High School tonight. Wilmington defeats Sharpsville 34-17. You heard it here on Sports Radio 96.7. Have a great night and a great weekend, everybody.
Second touchdown in the 16.
listeners from Sports Radio 96.7. Welcome to the Greyhound 34-17 over Sharpsville. It's 56-22 here. Sharon leading Tennessee. Cantor White spins over.
Your voice for